All right, let me get a microphone. We're on. Finally, working out the bugs, going live, open call for whoever, whenever, however. Yeah, so it sounds like me coming through over the phone there, so we know we're doing that. So I'm going to switch over to Mike. We're going to mess with some stuff here. We're doing a live chat. So I'm going to be a call and we're going to figure it out. On you, Mike. Hello? Is, um,
Check, check, check.
all right.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike, and welcome to the Your Voice Talks radio show.
Premiering tonight, the Your Voice. No, we're actually going full on tomorrow, but we're playing with everything tonight just to get it going. Oh, look, is there somebody with us tonight? What is going on? How lucky can we get? All right, give us a call 313-334-4203 if you want to talk about anything. I mean, we got lots of that going on for sure. So, but yeah, going to be hitting up phone calls and going live tomorrow with the Your Voice Talk Show tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Is going to be our first episode, and tonight you're going to sit with us and watch us run through the hardships of making sure everything goes well. You know, for sure. Like it's been a lot of setup work. That's for sure.
So I'd like to start off with the late great Jerry Springer passed away this week or last week, and we'll.
Jerry. Now you know I'm sad to see. I'm really sad to see Jerry Springer go because I'll tell you what, like my daughter and one of her friends were on the Jerry Springer show. You know, you know, yeah, and I that's when I got my first taste of how that really went. You know what's involved in the Jerry Springer show, and they really wanted her to embellish the whole um, like I'm sleeping with my cousin thing, even though it was a lie. Yeah.
Trashlandia.
Trashlandia. Yeah. Trash.
The king of trash.
I love trash. I got a trash video on my YouTube channel.
I mean, what are all the baby mamas going to do these days? Maury's retired. Jerry's gone. Who's going to tell dude he's the father?
So far, like the all
Security or operational?
is IT handling this?
It might be.
Well, maybe that's who's going to tell the kids. The IT department. Sorry, kid, that's not your dad. The court shows seem to be doing a good job at that, though.
My computer records show that you're not the father, and they're 99.99999% correct.
I kind of don't have a problem with that.
Might as well be certain. I mean, if you're going to pay for it for the rest of your fucking life,
Yeah, you should be certain. I've seen a few of those clips though on TikTok where it's just kind of sad, man. And I've seen these women celebrate for the dad not being the dad. It's kind of sad.
So Jerry Springer died. He was age 79. The former mayor of Cincinnati. Wonderful area.
I remember that.
If you like banging your sister or something like that, that's probably pretty good around there. Died of pancreatic cancer. What a shitty way to go.
Yeah, that's painful too. That's
That's a
painful.
horrible fucking death.
Anything to do with the pancreas, man, I've heard is quite a painful experience. Honestly, you know, like I had known somebody going through some bile duct thing that was attached to the pancreas or something, and that was just like, yeah, actually from the painkillers they suffered a little bit of addiction in that whole thing, challenging to stay out of pain for the pancreas. I bet that was painful for him.
I mean, everybody's got to die of something, but I guess I could figure out a better way.
Yeah,
Something quick. But
You know-
apparently Jerry died incognito, though. He didn't tell a soul he had pancreatic cancer whatsoever.
yeah, and I think that's one thing that took everybody by surprise because we kind of really didn't know that, did we?
No.
We really weren't ready for that one. Like I did not have Jerry Springer on my 2023 bingo card. Honestly, I didn't. I had no clue we were going to lose Jerry Springer. He was pretty stoic about it, I guess you might say, huh? You know, like, I'm just gonna be strong and silent and kick the bucket.
I wonder if his last words were "Have a drink on me."
Oh, you know, probably something along the lines of, it keep shooting for the stars and don't give up on your dreams.
Be kind to each other, America.
Yeah, go out there and be somebody's family. I bet it was something along those lines, for sure. I wouldn't doubt that at all, man. Knowing Jerry Springer, he was he was an entertainer for sure, but I think he had, like you said, he was a mayor and he had all these other things kind of that were going for him in a sense,
Yeah. He wasn't mayor for a full term. I think he was mayor for like 2 years, probably one of the interim type deals. That's when he probably got the mayorship when somebody got booted out of office and served out the remainder of their term and got voted out.
Right. What else you got for us there, man?
Oh, let's see.
Oh, Jerry, here we go.
Oh, in other news, I don't know if any of you sports guys here follow this. The Atlanta Braves, they seem to be wearing a giant baseball hat in the dugout after they hit a home run. And New Era is having a shit hemorrhage over it because it's not their merchandise. So MLB has banned them from doing so, just so they don't piss off.
Are you kidding me?
No, let the money flow.
So because it's not a New Era merchandise, you can't bring it into the stadium? Is that what you just said?
They don't want the players wearing it.
Oh, the players.
Yes.
The players. Yes. Well, those guys have an obligation to fulfill a contract. They're owned.
Indeed, they are.
They're owned. So they pretty much got to abide by that. I'm sure if somebody wanted to take a knee on the First Amendment, though, I know who we could talk to. Somebody who could actually use one of those big hats.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's a good one. Yeah, that's not something I was ready for. But hey, you got to have some lighthearted news somewhere, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, have you caught up on any of the Babylon Bee stuff lately?
Babylon Bee.
Oh, am I ringing some bells for you or no?
No, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh my God. Look, if anybody, hold on, let me see. No, we don't have anybody watching. I was gonna say, you got to call this guy and razz him over not knowing who the Babylon Bee is. Let me bring some stuff up, man. This is the best. Like, let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's go. Let's pull oh no.
Apparently he's been kicked off. Whoever it is, he or she has been kicked off of Twitter.
Huh?
Twitter statement to the media regarding our account suspension. The account you reference has been temporarily locked for violating our hateful whatever it is. Let's see what this is. Our hateful conduct.
Whose account?
The Babylon Bee.
For hateful conduct?
Mm-hmm. Our crime, we jokingly selected Rachel Levine, a prominent transgender government official, as our pick for Man of the Year. This is our satirical response to Levine's being named one of the top women of the year by USA Today. Yes, that actually happened.
Oh my God.
They go on to say, we've been told our account will be restored in 12 hours, but the countdown won't begin until we delete the tweet that violates Twitter's rules. Here's Twitter's statement to the media regarding our account suspension.
Elon Musk.
Of all people, the account you reference has been temporarily blocked for violating our hateful conduct policy. The account owner is required to delete the violative tweet before gaining access to their account. Twitter could, of course, delete the tweet themselves, but they won't. It's not enough for them just to wipe it out. They want us to bend the knee and admit that we engaged in hateful conduct. I can promise you that it's not happening. Truth is not hate speech. If the cost of telling the truth is a loss of our Twitter account, then so be it. We won't compromise the truth just to keep our account.
Wow, that's kind of disappointing, man, because Babylon Bee is satire. It's like nothing different than Saturday Night Live ever was. Actually, it's better. It's better. Today's Babylon Bee has been so much more poignant and sarcastic to the way of being lighthearted and and just bringing ironies to the surface in a really comical kind of way. I'm just like, I can't believe that. And Elon Musk is like he's the damn First Amendment guy.
I always hoped it would be the opposite of what's his face from Facebook, Zuckerberg. But apparently not.
Yeah, going after Babylon Bee.
He likes Bud Light.
I've heard some stories. I've heard some stories about Elon and Bud Light. I don't know what to say about him, but I'm afraid to say anything anymore today. Like, can I even say ma'am? If I hold the door for somebody I think is a woman, and I say ma'am?
Let him
Ma'am, hold the door for you because chivalry is not dead. It's just not dead.
I'm really rich.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's some good stuff.
On
A
the
little bit of
roundabout.
yes on the roundabout. We've been doing a lot of those, man. The state of Michigan's putting in roundabouts all over the damn place. Did you catch the one where Gretchen Whitmer's on the paving thing out in Howell going, fix the roads, we're fixing the roads.
Only because she has to.
Well, the one thing she didn't do was she didn't tell everybody that she's only responsible for state roads, and all these county people are like, what the hell is going on? They're like, oh, I didn't know she didn't do county roads. She only does state roads.
Smoke and mirrors, my friend. Smoke and mirrors.
Dude, absolutely smoke and mirrors. And I'll tell you what the thing is. It's like she's caught up in this bridge thing we got going on, because that's a super high profile international project happening here in Michigan, right? So like the whole traffic thing that they're allotting for in that construction, if you haven't driven through there over the past couple of years, it's huge for this area. That's a huge project.
Where's that?
Southwest Detroit, over by the Old Ambassador, just south of the Old Ambassador,
yeah.
Delray area. Yeah, they bought up all those houses and cleaned everybody out.
Well, yeah, they're putting that bridge up.
Yeah, but the sweeps and tie-ins and everything to the freeway are what take up so much space. I mean, that's acreage. That's a lot of acreage over. That's a huge project.
Yeah,
But-
that was the Delray
Yeah.
area.
Delray, Southwest Detroit, Fisher Body Plant right there at Spring Wells and I-75. That whole thing is not like it used to be, man. They rebuilt all of that. And it's about time. Because the thing is, it's like, how much infrastructure do you think you can build in the United States with $40 trillion? Hint, hint.
Not a whole lot.
But enough to make a difference. 40 trillion?
I mean, I don't think it'll solve all the road problems, but it'll put a lot of people to work.
Well, it put a lot of new infrastructure out there, and it put a lot of people to work. You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot of extra money people would be able to save or spend or whatever the fuck they want to do. Besides, and I'll tell you, that's one thing that gets me, that's been on my ass for the longest time, is that the United States, we haven't built a testament to our republic or our country or to our people since when? When was the last thing we built that was a shout out to the world and say, hey, look at us, we're American and we can do great things.
Probably the interstate system during Eisenhower.
Yeah, or maybe a World War II battleship that could traverse the earth and not fuel up. That was a great accomplishment. That's the testament to the American Federal Reserve note, if you ask me. You're nothing like a naval destroyer or a battleship or an aircraft carrier to tell you how powerful the fucking dollar is.
I'm kind of going with more something that's more of a use to the American people.
you know.
So
Yeah. But yeah, it's $40 trillion is obviously that's the kind of money we just gave to we're spending supporting a I don't know, some kind of military action. How do you get hey, we're not at war. How are we spending 40 trillion?
isn't it?
It's mind-boggling. It's absolutely mind-boggling. It's so mind-boggling. I do
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to wake up too.
We could probably take a fraction of that and burn it on the American people, maybe the homeless or the veterans who are out there on the streets.
Yeah, and there's enough of those. There's more than enough of those, dude. There's more than enough of those. There's more than enough manpower. There's more than enough material. Yeah, there's more than enough for everybody. There ain't no reason. And the only reason behind it is because there's a little bit of, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Greed, selfishness,
Imagine
profit.
that.
Humanity has left the game. Oh, look, that's reversed. How did I get over there? I don't know. Surprise is right. Look at that. I wasn't looking at that view earlier. Channel 3 just kind of switched us around. I was playing with the remote trying to get some other stuff happen. And look at me. Now I'm on the other side of you. See, see where I'm at now? It's switched. I got on this morning and this number 3 camera was clean. I didn't have any of this 444 minutes in the record button. I don't know what happened since this morning, but I don't know. Back to you, Mike.
Oh, let's move on.
Hey, smoking doobies is better than smoking mirrors, says my sister.
She's right.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue. I'm not smoking doobies, though. I'm smoking cigarettes.
If anybody wants to call, it's 313-334-420-3.
420-03. If I'm smoking doobies, I better do that off camera. On you, Mike. There we go. All right, let's go on with some more of today's news.
Let's roll over to celebrity birthdays.
Celebrity birthdays.
Let's talk about some overprivileged people. And it's their day of birth.
Hey,
You know what I always want to touch on?
what's that?
When you come out and you're born,
Uh-huh.
and the doctor slaps your ass and says, "It's a boy" or "It's a girl."
Yeah. What makes him think that's okay? How does he get to make that decision?
I mean, indoor plumbing, outdoor plumbing,
Oh, man. The audacity of that doctor to declare such a thing. What is wrong? What are they teaching our young doctors in medical class these days? I don't understand, dude. I just don't understand. I'm sorry. Did I interrupt you? I couldn't help but find the irony in that one.
Celebrity birthdays. I know Jerry Seinfeld is 69.
Wow. I would have never guessed.
He looks good for his age.
I bet he does. He's got the money to do that.
I mean, shit, he doesn't look a day past 50. Uma Thurman, remember her?
Oh, I can't forget her.
Ooh, she's hot.
Yeah, she's always hot.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, she doesn't have a big repertoire, man. She's only got a few movies that she was ever really in, and Pulp Fiction was her big hit. But then, she had a falling out at some point, and I don't want to say with Hollywood, but with some other person in Hollywood, and that's why we haven't seen her in some of these. After the Kill Bill series, she just kind of went her way in a couple of movies, and that was it.
She's definitely worthy. 53 years old. Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson is 90.
Wow! No, I just heard.
Still smoking doobers.
Yep.
Still on tour.
Yep.
Fucking A.
Good old Willie Nelson. Man, I just heard Snoop Dogg say the other day that the only person who ever smoked him under the table was Willie Nelson. I'm like, Snoop, you ain't been to my house, have you? Yippee-ki-yo-ki-yay. Ain't that right, Snoop?
For shizzle.
Oh, shizzle. My boy Snoop.
In local
He's so
news,
rough.
Oak Park woman found with open head injury on side of the Southfield Freeway in Detroit.
What?
Michigan State Police are seeking information regarding an incident involving a woman found with a severe head injury on the Southfield Freeway in Detroit Saturday morning. Troopers discovered the woman at approximately 6 a.m. near the intersection of Elmira Side Street and the Southfield Freeway Service Drive. Several drivers traveling on the freeway contacted emergency services, clearly spotting the body of the woman lying on the right shoulder of the northbound side, close to the Schoolcraft entrance ramp. I'm gonna stop right there. All these people saw this woman laying there,
And just left her there.
nobody stopped.
Nope. It
No,
doesn't
we'll let the
surprise
cops
me.
handle it. They don't have anything else going on.
It doesn't surprise me, man. Unfortunately, that's a sad one to hear. Oh, excuse me. Well, here's one that hits close to home for me. Substitute teacher under investigation for allegedly supplying Pontiac High School students with cannabis-infused candy. Ooh, do you have an infused puppy? Because I want one of those too.
Good way to calm those old bastards down.
You know, right.
I mean, it beats them, killing each other after school. Get them high.
You know, right. They'll be like, hey, man, you want to just go for a sandwich?
It's okay, man. It's far out.
It's a sandwich, man. Let's
Oh,
just
wow.
have a sandwich, okay? Yeah, in Pontiac, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office is investigating a substitute teacher at Pontiac High School after edibles wound up in the hands of a student last month. Sounds like a bad period. Sheriff Michael Bouchard said details surrounding the case are limited due to their ongoing investigation. Huh? Like how on this was the last ongoing investigation on some edibles? Sounds like they're kind of just got, there's probably some Oakland County Sheriff triage going on there, I bet you. But confirmed authorities became aware of the incident after a student brought pot gummies to school in March. Wow. That's what we get for legalizing, I guess. Now shit's just everywhere. I'm fucking tripping over it.
I mean, I hate to say it, but if I got pot brownies in my pocket or pot gummies, whatever, I ain't sharing.
Oh, yeah, you're stingy like that, aren't you?
Yeah.
I don't blame you, man. But Pontiac school district officials said a teacher noticed the student had something suspicious and called authorities immediately. What? It was totally a trap. Dun, 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 dun. I noticed you have something suspicious.
Smoke weed every day.
What is that?
Smoke weed every day.
What do you got in your hand?
Smoke weed every day.
Oh no.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day.
What do you got in your hands? What do you got in your hands? Oh, and
Going back to teacher misconduct. You ever find it funny about how these kids who are getting laid by their hot school teacher end up telling somebody and getting themselves in trouble and the teacher? I mean, I don't know. If I'm banging the high school teacher and she's smoking hot, man, I'm not telling a soul.
Who's gonna be mad? I
don't want that to stop.
I used to want that when I was in junior high for a teacher, man. I'd be like, come on, girl, just ask me. Like, do you need some tutoring? I'd be like, yeah.
Oh, wow. I think the clock is slow.
I brought my pencil.
I don't feel tardy.
I want to feel some tardy though, girl. You got tardy? I want to feel it. I want to. Yep. That's what I told her I wanted to do.
Another note about marijuana. Apparently in Oregon, the Secretary of State, Shemaya Fagan, is in trouble with Republican lawmakers. She apparently took a side gig with a marijuana firm.
Huh.
Fagan released a statement Friday saying she welcomed the governor's inquiry. I am relieved that the governor has asked the Department of Justice and the Government Ethics Commission to engage in fact-finding because the facts will restore trust in our audits division and in me as your Secretary of State. Was she stoned when she said that?
She might have been.
Oh, wow, man. There's no problem here. It's all good.
Huh. A Chicago restaurant that invented pizza pot pie embroiled in legal battle. Like lasagna. I think lasagna is mad. They're like, no, man, that's just lasagna. That's a lasagna. You can't have to call it the pizza pot the pie. It's a lasagna.
Is Super Mario going to be one of the lawyers?
I would only friggin' hope so. Hey, that's not a bad idea. See, this is kind of some things we're gonna need to sort some of this out. Get in here. Oh, yeah. So much for that whole weed malfunction. Speaking of, we're having a good time playing with our sound drops. Let us know if you can hear it. Give us a Kill Bill was her best, she says. We got from Jamie, Lopez.
Kill Bill was the best. I kind of liked her in Pulp Fiction until she snorted all that heroin, and then, well, she fucked up. Girlfriend OD'd.
No kidding. Is that what happened to her?
Yep.
Ow.
She got donkey punched by a bag of Mr.
Yeah.
Brownstone.
She got ran over by a mushroom.
That'd be an understatement.
Yep. Run over by a mushroom. Oh, that's hilarious. So all we need is a phone call, so we can see how that goes. Maybe my sister will give us a call.
Gina R says smoking mirrors.
I wonder what happened there. Check your battery status there, bud.
I don't know. Let me look.
What do you got for battery status going on over there? We have testicle dick difficulties.
Yeah, we got a full battery.
We got a full battery?
Mike just felt like being an asshole.
You know?
Mics are like that.
Well, we've got some interference, maybe.
I think so.
See, that's why we're running this down so that we can figure this crap out. Give us a call. Anything you want to talk about. Like, there's all kinds of, man. I mean, like, like some of the best topics going right now are like, should people have the right to own guns? Even have the right to own guns?
Absolutely.
Is that going to burn some ass if I say it like that? Should you even have the right to have that hunting rifle thingy that you sleep with so often? And it's so expensive to feed this thing. They get hungry, but they keep themselves warm. The death penalty should be abolished. What do you think about that? Human cloning should be legalized. I mean, that's the next best move in AI, if you ask me. Let's just clone people. Well, go right to the biological popsicle stick. Meat on a stick, biology, AI, clone people. We're done. It's over. Okay, we already got these autonomous robots called people. Why do we need AI? This is blowing my mind. The whole, human cloning. I mean, if we're gonna do AI, let's clone. I mean, why stop?
I'm all about cloning.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The death penalty. Yeah. I mean, there's enough technology these days and DNA testing and all that other bullshit and cameras that are everywhere nowadays. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding.
It really is, man.
I mean, when's the last time you heard of somebody that's been executed wrongly?
I don't know.
And somebody came forward after their murder and said, "Oh, I did it."
I've heard of some people being released after being held for decades. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure.
And they were highly reimbursed, millions and millions, rightfully so.
Right.
You take 20 years away from some guy. Yeah, you should get $10 or $15
Yep.
million.
But should cloning be legalized?
Sure.
What does Alice Cooper think about cloning?
Alice Cooper's never going to die anyway.
No.
He's kind of like Willie.
But yeah, I can see cloning being a thing.
Or Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is another guy that's never going to die.
Oh yeah, that's true. Chuck Norris is another guy that's never going to die, and that rhymes. Ooh, Chuck Norris is another guy that's never going to die. Well, yeah, we could clone Chuck Norris. That'd be kick-ass. We have an army of Chuck Norrises. Nobody would fuck with America then.
Death would die before Chuck Norris.
Like when Chuck Norris does push-ups, the world moves. The world goes up and down.
This is true.
Right?
This is true.
Like Chuck Norris doesn't teabag, he potato sacks, right?
I heard a funny one the other day. It was when Chuck Norris tells a joke about Will Smith's wife, Will Smith stands up and slaps his wife.
I'm sure he's felt like it more than one occasion.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Like
something
that,
tells me that that's happened.
see that's what Chris Rock got. He got a slap that was meant for a bitch. Bitch! Hey, Jada Pinkett Smith, bitch! Man, I'll tell you what though, we don't need to be cloning Will Smith.
No.
You
We're
know,
good. We
maybe-
got it. As long as we have Alfonso Ribeiro, we'll be fine.
Alfonso who?
Alfonso Ribeiro, the guy who used to play in The Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, the Carlton.
Carlton.
Yeah,
There you go.
Carlton, dude. Yeah, well, we can't. I'd clone Carlton. We need more happy dancers like that, man. We need people spreading some kind of, like, hey, everybody can do this. Let me get over here. Everybody can do this, right? The Carlton. Remember?
Yeah,
Like, I'm
absolutely.
sitting down, so it makes it more difficult. But my ass is twitching at the hips. It's a good thing I'm sitting on the drum drum. So I'll be on. Cloning. All drugs should be legalized. Animal testing should be banned. I mean, there's tons of stuff going on in this crazy. I mean, let's talk about the whistleblower situation down at the border. 85,000 children in America coming here to be to be saved from the tortures of their other country and wind up in the arms of a place that just wants to abuse them and forget where they're at. Kind of fucked up.
Yes,
Juvenile,
sir.
yeah. You think juveniles should be tried as adults here in America?
Depends on what they did.
You know?
The asshole who shot those kids at the Clarkson High School. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
The 14-year-old who sleeps with his 15-year-old girlfriend. No.
Correct. Yeah. Because there's something else going on there. That's not a malevolent or a malicious act there. And that's one thing, like we got a lot of juveniles today running around, especially in Chicago and all these store raids going
Catch and
on,
release.
Yeah, right. Bullshit. So, and nobody's out there really kind of throwing it down and running a gauntlet into this stuff, It's just kind of we're letting it happen. There's no consequences for these. So, I mean, what do we do now? I mean, we either do people want to actually get out there and are we getting one? Nope. Where's that? Oh, it's up there. I'm not even going to bother.
There's
at
a
this
ringing
point.
phone here somewhere.
Yeah, it's up there on the other side of the studio.
It's a bomb.
It is a. Don't say that. I don't even know. It's probably Scam Likely. That's who calls me more than anybody. Scam Likely. I know. But there's no accountability for these kids. There's nothing for them to be afraid of. They're running in hordes. They're running in packs. They're going in. They're emptying and destroying complete. And so no wonder why Walmart is leaving Portland, right?
Absolutely.
No wonder why, man.
I mean, you can now commit a carjacking and do an attempted murder in the Chicago area and be released out of bail the next morning.
Yeah, there's no consequences. And that's one of the things I want to get about when we premiere tomorrow night at 6 p.m., the Your Voice talk show. Some level of personal accountability. And again, on this list of topics, I mean, should juveniles just be tried as adults for doing adult kind of crimes? You ought to be, should you be punished as an adult? Because there's a certain point in your life where you're going to realize, the difference between right and wrong. And which brings me to another touchy subject. I'm about to throw some shit down. Where's my phone?
I think the time that the juveniles spend in juvie, after they do whatever it is that they do, should be a little harsher. Maybe a boot camp or some shit like that. I mean, throwing some kid in prison with a bunch of adults, I think is unreasonable.
Absolutely.
But I mean, if they committed
Absolutely.
murder and they were 16 or 17 or some shit like that, yeah, sorry, you're going away with the big boys.
Right. Yeah. So it's pretty much the same. Again, you gotta put that on par with what's going on, But at the same time, there's got to be some level of accountability out here, man, and nobody's doing it. And I think we're going to see ourselves in a way that, like with these companies, these bad apples are, and this is a small percentage of population doing this. And I'm not calling out any demographic in particular, but I'm saying that it's not a large group of people, regardless of any other demographic, that are doing this. It's a small group of people coming together to act like a bunch of vandals and make viral videos, even possibly.
And what's worse is if you look at the demographics of the people who are committing the vast majority of these crimes, killing each other in record numbers on the streets every night, these aren't rightists. They're leftists.
Oh, completely.
These people didn't vote for Trump.
No, absolutely not.
And what's worse is their leader wants to disarm all the law-abiding citizens on top of it.
Here's what I'm going to tell you what I think about that. I think these people out here that are emptying out these stores, I think these people out here that are pushing certain agendas in everybody's face, I don't think they voted for anybody.
No, they probably didn't.
You know what I'm saying? I
You know
really
they're not
don't.
voting for Trump.
Yeah, I can tell you that because the one thing about even having any conservative values, and I'm going to tell you, I have some conservative values. I have liberal values. I have values. I have a full spectrum of values that would be able to touch everybody in some positive form or fashion, right? And I make that a point in my life. But the real thing is that society in this country has had no accountability, and people are broken. The things that we think are okay as a society today are absolutely disturbing.
Absolutely.
They're absolutely disturbing. You know. So no, Mick, you ain't hard enough now. We ain't rich enough either, but Bill Gates is. That's another
He's
topic.
not too blind to see either.
No, he like. Hey, but you know what? Even Stevie Wonder seen his new limo. And that's just a few of the things that we could get going on for sure.
Didn't Stevie Wonder just recently dump his girlfriend for some odd reason? I
Um,
mean, it couldn't be for the way she looked.
wah, 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 wah. No, obviously not. And maybe they say when you go blind, and I couldn't tell you, although my eyesight's not the best, but I hear that when you have one physical deficiency, some of your other senses can compensate, right? So there may have been a smell issue.
This is true.
Just saying. Like, if you can't see, I think the first thing that would increase in performance is going to be, it's going to be the sniffer. I like to do that to my dog every now and then. I'll come up to him and go, and then he'll act like I'm about to eat him, and then I'll just give him a treat.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, right. Nom, 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 nom.
313-334-423. Give us a shout, people. We'll talk about anything.
And anyone. What's up?
Yeah. Nobody's off limits.
No, nothing's off limits either. So if you're out there, give us a call. And what I will keep on telling you, though, pardon my distance from the mic, what I am going to keep on telling you is violent video games should be banned.
Oh, jeez.
Man, I mean, you know what? You know what? Here's what I'm going to do about video games, right? Here's where I stand on that topic, video games. Back in the day, even in the 90s, like everything has been about shooting, like especially all these strategy games.
Yeah.
There's some walls coming down, there's cannon fodder, there's all these other horses and arrows and all this other kind of, and I grew up at the end of the cowboy movie era and the war movie era.
There's plenty of shooting there.
The death and destruction was crazy. So should violent video games be banned? I don't think so.
No, these people are going to kill
No.
themselves in the streets regardless, no matter what. They're going to be idiots.
And there's such a collaboration there between the video games and the juveniles being tried and treated as adults too. And I can throw wrestling in on there too, man. I'll tell you what, I've seen some young kids handle some of their issues like they were on the WWE, because they're gonna see you at the air-conditioned Como Arena, brother. You know what I'm saying? Remember those days with Bulldog Don Kent?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, am I reaching back? All right, let's go back to Bulldog and Sergeant Slaughter and the Iron Sheik.
It's the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
The Macho Man.
I sound really fucking constipated, and I gotta take a massive shit.
I'm gonna squeeze one
And I'm gonna
out.
whip your ass at WrestleMania
I'm
13.
gonna squeeze so hard your head's gonna pop.
Oh, good heavens. I miss the Macho Man, Randy Savage, the Macho Man. What a great guy.
Macho Man was a cool dude.
Yeah. Hey, we got a little bit closer to the heart in the background. If anybody can hear it, I don't know. Let us know. Give us a call. Talk to us. Come on, man. We're sitting here waiting for somebody to call us and give us some BS. Let's talk about something. Well, you know what? All right. Let me go to climate change is the greatest threat facing humanity today. No?
I mean, right about now, I'll take some of that global warming. It's been 40, 50 degrees out for how many weeks now?
Yeah, right.
Let's warm up a little bit.
Oh, it's so warm. Oh, it's so warm outside. I must go back to sleep because it's so warm. I can't take the heat.
All those Californians who got, several dozens of feet of snow this past winter, I'm sure they were hoping for a little bit of global warming.
And I'll tell you what, that turned out to be a lot of water this year.
Oh,
Have you heard what's going on in California as far as the flooding?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're screaming for help, man. And in Northern California, I think some people got snowed in and trapped. Like, California's weather has just freaked out along with the rest of California.
Several days they've had snow up to the top of their roofs.
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You talking like what? 120 inches, 200 inches? What are we talking?
Talking about like a building like a house like this and
Snow to the roof.
Snow to the roof.
Yeah, that's like UP numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 300 and something inches is the annual UP here in Michigan.
That is the no shit.
Hey, let's talk about gun violence.
Ah,
You know, gun violence in America kills approximately, I want to say, if I remember, 49 to 52,000 people a year, right? And if you couple that with automotive and traffic fatalities, you're still under 110,000 people a year between the two combined. But you know what kills twice as many people as that?
what's that?
Medical malpractice.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
Approximately 680 people a day in America die in some medical procedure. 600.
When you're on the road, you'll be glad you chose T-Mobile, covering more highway miles.
Because when you have to dial 911, T-Mobile is going to guarantee that connection for emergency services. Hello, emergency services. Can I help you? Yes, I just got my head squashed in a big accident. Could you send me?
Oh yeah!
Yeah, I just got my head squashed in the ring. Send an ambulance.
Me and Miss Elizabeth are gonna take a ride.
We're going to take a long ride up a short road. Oh, there's a good song, huh? How do you like that one?
Shook me all night long.
Yeah. We'll get some liberal remover machine going up in here. Pesky liberals giving you a hard time? Try liberal remover machine.
I
Guaranteed
consider
to remove those pesky liberals from the places where the sun don't shine on your daily activities.
So I'm kind of a centralist when it comes to politics. I'm cool with the gun thing. I think everybody should be armed because the criminals are not going to give their guns up. We know that. You take all the guns away, they're just going to disarm the law-abiding citizens. Criminals are never going to willingly turn their arms in.
Absolutely not.
So you pry them from their cold, dead hands when somebody else shoots them.
Yeah, you gotta kind of let society sort this shit out. You know what? And this is where back in early America, and you know what? I hate to, if you look at the time and the times and the hardships that had to overcome building this country to have the potential to rescue the world from tyranny, right? America was built large enough to rescue the world from tyranny. Within 150 years, we were so solid to rock the world, right?
And then we rescued the world from tyranny, and here we are.
And here we are, that same tyranny. We become what we hate. But the thing was about the men that built this country traded bullets for whiskey. And that's how we got the shot when we walked up to the bar, right? There's something to be said about that attitude. And it's not just for these guys that you think just kind of came over here. That attitude can be had for every man walking the earth today, right? Trade those bullets for whiskey. Yep. Trade and then go through everything that's going to get you to the next town, to that next bar, to put that one bullet, which is worth $1 million to you, right? Because back in that day when you were trading bullets for whiskey, that shit was expensive. Bullets were expensive. They were handmade.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Or click machine. They were hand pressed, like loading your own shit in your basement, right?
Yep. Loading blanks.
Yeah. So that's those guys, that attitude, that whole thing's lost, man. We're losing our men.
Oh yeah.
We're losing our men. And I don't know, is it the food? Oh my God, you want to talk about the FDA? I think we need to talk about the FDA and what's going on there. I mean, that's another big topic. How come so much of our food is banned in other countries? I mean, you know what? It's like the world doesn't even want to come here to party anymore. They're gonna get sick.
It
It's
is
like,
amazing how many ingredients are in our food that are not allowed anywhere else in the world.
You
besides
know,
here.
and it reminds me of what it's like being a Michigander, dude. Because it's like I remember back in the day when you couldn't drink the water in Mexico and they built cars in Flint. Well, I'm feeling like Mexico to the rest of the world today. Don't come here and drink the water. You know what I'm saying? Don't come here and drink the water.
Don't drink it in Flint either.
Yeah, you still don't want to drink water in Flint.
No.
God. That's what they did. They need some turd removal machine up there to filter that water through. Some reverse osmosis. Look out, osmosis. Oh yeah, you're listening to a little bit of Love Remover Machine from the Cult Electric. This song dude came out 1987. Yep, Love Remover Machine 1987 from the
I was
Cult.
a young in '87.
You know, oh man, 87, dude. Yep. I was pretty young in 87 too. I'll never forget.
Preteen.
Preteen. Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. It just sounds kind of gross now. Like preteen. It's like, oh my God, please don't tell me that they make lingerie for preteen.
I've just caught the attention of several pedophiles.
Did you? Oh, like I say, third floor, children's
They hear
lingerie.
preteen, they're like, what?
No. Oh my God, you hear these Mapsters got a damn flag.
Napster.
Yeah,
That's a name I haven't heard
Mapster.
of.
You haven't heard that? Map? Oh, Napster. No, yeah,
Mapster.
Map. You don't know what a map is? Maybe we should turn the mics off for a minute. Yeah, it's a what do they call that? An acronym used for minor attracted persons. I wonder if I should find that. I don't know if I even want to. I don't even know if I want to try and Google that flag. No. Computer says no. Well, access denied. Oh, I can't Google that flag. Anyways,
There's a cop behind us.
there's a cop
There's
behind
nothing to
us.
worry about, all right? There might be. There's nothing to worry about until there's something to worry about. Just relax, please.
Is he still there?
Yeah. Damn it. Just calm down, all right? There's a cop behind us, that's all. There's nothing wrong. It's no problem. Come on. His lights are on.
What do you got going there?
Damn it.
Yeah, I'm looking to
What
see
are we
what
gonna
else
do
we
now?
can talk
I'll
about
do nothing,
here.
all right? Might be a
dude,
tail light or
there's
something. Just
Here,
relax.
let me keep
You don't have
going.
any money for
Are you
bail.
kidding me? I just got
We don't need money
distracted.
for bail. Nothing's
We've been sitting here for
happening.
47 minutes. Give us a call if you
Relax.
want. 313-334-4203. All right. So, violent video games. We talked about that a little bit. I think we got a common conclusion on that shit.
I mean, they did outlaw GTA 5, I want to say it was, in Illinois.
The outlaw. Oh, in Illinois, the outlaw. Yeah, I
Illinois,
never
yeah.
even knew that, man.
I wonder how many kids moved the hell out of that state just over to Indiana or Wisconsin just so
I
they
know.
could
To
play.
play GTA. Like, I can't live without bashing my hose. I need to bash hose on the internet. Give me my GTA 5. Okay, so we got past that. Minimum wage should be $15 an hour.
Ooh, that's a good topic.
I'm on,
How does everybody feel
Yeah.
about the people working for McDonald's who want to earn the quote unquote livable wage for being a drive-through worker? I should make $20 to $25 an hour for saying welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Should I catch up with that?
See, this brings me. All right, let's talk about pay. Let's talk about that. I'm glad you bring that up because, see, here's the thing. I can't just look at. Okay, I understand people want $15 an hour, but we have to look at a couple other things here in regards to that whole situation, right?
And the main argument seems to be, okay, well, we're working for a multi-billion-dollar corporation.
I'm entitled.
I get it.
I'm entitled because you make a lot of money. I should make a lot of money, even though what I
Yes,
do really
that's
isn't
the
worth
huge
that.
argument. But little of these people know that, the more they make, the bottom tier of workers, so to speak, and I hate to call people that, but, the gas station attendants, the fast food workers, those are the jobs that are at the bottom of the food chain.
In essence, yeah. I mean, I guess if you want to be maybe a kinder, gentler about it, you could say they're entry-level positions. Those
There
are
you go,
positions.
entry level. We'll use entry level.
Yeah. Just to kind of, I guess, candy coat it a little bit because people seem to like be a little bit.
I don't want to
candy.
offend anybody.
I got
If anybody
candy.
needs a hug, let me know.
My statements have candy and a puppy. Hold on, let me go get my van. I'll be back. But you can't. The thing is, okay. Let's look at women's sports. Okay, let's look at how they get paid in women's sports in comparison to men's sports, right? And the pay gap that's there, and how that whole argument is panned out, and the logic that really lies behind it, right? Which is like women's sports don't market the dollars that men's professional sports market. So therefore, since the market share is smaller and since the profit margins are smaller, the pay has to be smaller. Okay.
Absolutely.
So that component of business is also a forgotten component of the $15 an hour argument, in the way that, other than it's like, people just simply say it's a stepping stone job. It's meant to provide some money for you to get through school, while, for you to have some part-time extra income if you're bored. It's not meant to support a family or to be a livable place in your life.
And people don't understand that.
It's meant to be an experience.
Exactly.
You know,
The way I've always looked at it is if your kid goes to get a job at McDonald's when he's 16, 17 years old, and you're paying him $25 an hour, what incentive does he have to go out and learn something?
Yeah, right.
How to,
right.
how to work with his hands or brain or anything else.
Right.
We're
Yeah.
going to give him a livable wage right off the bat. I mean, pretty soon we're going to, be short some workers, people who are, skilled trade or office. Where are they all at? They're working at McDonald's. Why should they rack their brain for, anything else?
Yeah,
They're
take
already making a
chances,
livable wage.
risk limbs,
Exactly.
risk electrocution. The skilled trades in this country, man, I'll tell you what, a lot of these dudes out here in the wintertime, and they kick some ass. There's a lot of tough ass. And that's what I like about where I reside, is I'm surrounded by men that are just like me. They got these leathery palms, and they'll take your cheek off with one swipe. You feel me? That's my
sir.
kind of American right there, for sure. But there's just that's a hard subject all the way around, man. Like we could go around about that. And it looks like we got a couple people watching us anyways. We're talking about anything. If you want to give us a call, 313-334-4203. We're in the Metro Detroit area, taking on any subject with anybody. Bring your own subject, make it your topic, bring us your voice. We're going to be opening up Your Voice Talk Show tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Going for show episode 0. Yeah, hoping to get some callers in, hoping to get some people interested and hear some real voices, get out behind the keyboard and just kind of, put it out there.
Come on out here,
Put it
keyboard
out there.
warriors. Give
Yeah,
us a shout.
come on, keyboard warriors, use your voice. Let's hear you get vocal about it. A lot of other things like, and that brings us to the topic, right? Should all people have a universal basic income? Should
Communism.
communism?
Communism.
Communism. I cameism? For Christ's sake, at least give the man a reach around. Right? I guess, let's apply that though. Let's take that. See, let's kind of take that from a centrist position. Let's take the basic income and use it, and let's apply a scenario to it. Let's try it this way. Let's try saying, just right off the cuff, okay, basic income. If you're up to drinking age, 21 years old, you're going to guaranteed to make so much money, because usually come 21 years old, you've either got your bachelor's degree and are out. You feel me? If you're doing shit right, by the time you're 21 or 22, you're going to be bachelor's and out, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Because that's enough of a university education, right, to prove that you can finish what you start, that you can follow instructions, that you can do all these other things that would hone the seed, and who should be paying for your education. That's another topic that I'm touching on, because when you get out with that bachelor's degree, who are you going to go to work for? And it's up to you to decide that. And this is where America's dream starts to fall apart, because everybody thinks they have to be an employee. That's not the case. You can be the entrepreneur. You can
work
be the
for
business
yourself.
owner.
Yeah.
You just got to start. You know what I'm saying? And that whole thing is disconnected, not only from our education system, but this whole universal wage thing as well. So let's say if we did apply universal wage, could we apply it up to a certain age group with certain types of jobs and call it after that? Because by then you need to be stepping out of that little tiny kid's pool and start swimming with some bigger fish in the pay pool, which means you've got to advance yourself in one way or another. Get a skill, get a trade, get something, create something, become a something, find your passion and make a living in that, and get out of that minimum wage thing. But maybe to a certain point, yes, there should be some, especially for kids who are younger, like 16-year-olds who come out of school and go work after school. Those kids probably should be making, like, I don't know, what's decent for a 16-year-old, man?
$10-12 an hour.
You know,
I mean, you're living at home.
right. For 16-year-old, you're living at home, $10-12 an hour for anything that you work up to a certain amount of time, like those old school, work permits that you used to get in school at high school, or that, you know what I'm saying? Remember those?
Oh yeah,
Well,
I'd get one when I was 14. I went to
I
work when
don't-
I was 14.
dude, I can't tell you what it's like in school today to have one of those, or if that's even still a requirement, or if you could just, because I can tell you this: when I was 14 years old, I didn't even ask my folks. I just got a job at Tiger Stadium in 1984.
There you go.
My parents had no clue I was working there until after I was working there. You feel me? Yeah, I
You
got
didn't need a
lucky.
work permit.
Dude, I didn't ask permission. I just went and did it.
Were they paying you cash?
Yes, they were paying me cash in a little envelope.
There's no permit needed.
Paying me cash in a little envelope, and I couldn't believe it. If there was any year,
as long as you don't rip your arm off somehow. And
oh, dude, I've seen other dudes trying. I could tell you that's going to be one other thing we're going to touch back on. Maybe some of my experiences at working at Tiger Stadium in the year of 1984 when we won the World Series. I tell you, that was some crazy stuff. How that whole cleaning up after the game thing went, man. There's so many intricacies to that whole process, and so many things that happen with the guys that actually work there over things that get found. Right? Yeah, it's a war zone inside that place, dude.
Can you imagine having to clean the bathrooms
Look,
after that?
I'm going to tell you firsthand experience. The old school Detroit Tiger Stadium, right, used to be a war zone the next day after the damn game. We'd go in there to clean up the next day, right in the morning. We'd go in there like 10 o'clock. They'd come in, call everybody in. We all come Miranding in. We get in there, get our brooms, and we start doing the process. There's a particular way that you clear off bleachers and stadiums. You know what I'm saying? There's a process to that, right? The way
this was before leaf blowers.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you don't even want to use a leaf blower. You'll be spraying people with like puddles of beer and shit. Then people will be throwing you off the upper deck down onto the green. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it got brutal because things were found.
I can only imagine.
Things were found and claimed. I'm just telling you, things were found and claimed. But back to universal health care, okay? When you're 14 years old working someplace, yeah, I think at 14 years old, you do require a little bit of protection outside of your parents. You're not only should your folks be making sure you're making a certain amount of money, but I think the people that you're working for have a ethical obligation to make sure that if they're going to fulfill a work permit for a young student who's pushing the envelope of commitment, it should be rewarded. It should be promoted as give all these other kids the same reason to do the same thing.
But at the same time, if you're guaranteeing these people that much money, I mean, what incentive do they have to leave after their high school year?
The promise of even more earnings.
How much do you expect to make at a job like that, though? That's the thing.
Well, see, and this is where it all boils down to the individual ultimately. See, and I think to some point, at some point we have to realize that not everybody can perform at the same level, even a level with this type of society and the technology that's involved and all the layers of complication and bureaucracy that we have to fuddle our way through. Like, not everybody's equipped to deal with all these layers of this existence in this world and the expectations and all the rules and regulations. And they want to tell you, ignorance of the law is no excuse. When was the last time you read a law book? Because you can't just read one. You got to read 100 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think at some point there, me being kind of centrist as well too. Like I want to be compassionate, but I don't want to be a fool. You know what? If I have to summarize it, I want to be compassionate, but I don't want to be a fool.
This is true.
And I try and keep my thoughts, my actions based in that. So universal health care for a certain age group, I think, might be helpful in making people understand that we need to protect our children, and paying them well at young ages is a way to do that and to motivate them and to help them understand how certain processes work and how they can use these processes to their advantage to not only walk away with some sort of an education in a particular discipline, but to prove some things about themselves.
Very so true.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those values are not installed in our kids anymore.
No, because people are damn lazy. Nobody wants to work for it.
Nope.
That's the problem. Commitment takes effort, right? Look, here's my thing. The thing about knowledge, right? Okay, if you want to know, guess what? Now that you have knowledge, you know what that means. If you know something, well, I think you have a level of responsibility because of your knowledge, right? So if you're going to take the time to learn something, right, and educate yourself, then you have a responsibility not only to yourself but to the people that could use a good word, to the people that need. And this is where, like, if you've heard lately in the news, like, they're coming down on people for sharing law advice. Like, you can't just give law advice unless you're an attorney, unless you're a bar member, right? Is that for maritime law? Is it for land law? Is it for whose law is it for? Civil law, private law, commercial law? divorce law? What kind of law? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I'm suing you because you told me I could get away with this and I couldn't.
Yeah, and I couldn't. You caught me. I'm suing. Like, how many people get mad at getting caught? You know. So that's some seriously in depth, man. To a certain point, we gotta protect our kids, and if they want to work, I think we should help them work. It's an opportunity to teach them all these things that they need to know how to get through this life, especially for the world that's coming up. You know. So, but you know, the whole universal pay, I think it would work to some degree for some people. Other than that, you're going to kill motivation to perform and to achieve. See, because I'm going to tell you, one thing I recognize in the human species is that we do need sometimes some exo motivation. You know, we need that somebody else's boot on our ass sometimes to set us straight and keep us going in the path we need to go on.
We're content.
You know, or otherwise we get complacent is more like it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, in my opinion, anyways, that's one thing I can't stand is complacency, man. I am one anti-dogmatic person, and I will not be complacent. That's exactly what I'm doing here tonight with you. I'm being incomplacent. You know, all right, listen, you know, so all people should have universal basic income. We just kind of talked about that. Now what do you think about this one? See, and this is gonna hit so many other things, see, because you know, sexuality is coming to the forefront in ways like never before. Oh my, oh, that's so good to make me feel good. Oh, sex work should be legal. What do you think?
It is in Vegas, isn't it?
Oh yeah, they got the chicken range down yonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can come out with a hernia. If you got enough money, you can earn a hernia. You got enough money for a hernia? Come on down to chicken range. Ride your favorite chicken all night long if you want.
I don't get the crackdown on hookers. So what if you want to pay somebody to get laid or whatever, get paid to get laid?
Oh, well, you know, I mean, they do have mutual combatants, right?
Yeah.
You know, why wouldn't we have mutual? Well, it's the opposite of combatant. I guess just mutual intimacy between two consenting adults, you know? And it's like, hey, no, I didn't pay her. I gave her a tip. Can I get out of that with a tip?
Probably a little more than that.
You know? Yeah, it's a good tip, man. It's like a 200% tip. What's wrong with that? People don't tip today? There's so many people out here not tipping properly. Jeez.
And then when she's done.
Oh, that was a wet one. She was a nasty. That must have been a Sunday night, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That was after a no holes open event.
Speaking of no holes open, you know, sex work has been legal in some of the other countries that people like to refer to as having better systems that are also mostly white. you know,
you like to party?
I like to party. You like to party?
This has to be like a Norwegian country, I'm imagining.
Yeah, I like the club. You like the club? I like the club. Do you like the club?
Is it Sweden or one of those countries in that area? I think all those drugs are legal over there too.
Oh,
Heroin's legal. Pretty sure cocaine is legal.
Yeah, cocaine. There we go. Bruh. I'm just trying to line something up for us here. Let's go. All right. I'm going to line up some dark, hard techno to go with the. Are you ready? I'm going to do this now. I hope you're ready. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready, Hans?
I am ready.
Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh, there's the drop. You like the club? I like the club. I like the music. I like the music in the club. You like the club? I like the rave. You like the rave? I like the rave in the club.
I don't know about you, but I could not sit and listen to this shit all night.
Why not? It's so fashionable. I love it. In the club. It's so good in the club. We are raving in the club. I like it. Don't you like it too? Don't you like the music in the club?
Some people over there love their raves, though, man.
Ah, okay. Enough of that. I do like the music in the club sometimes, though. You know, it's a little fun hitting the music in the club, man.
It's cool for 5 minutes.
It is cool for 5 minutes. Unfortunately, I only got 3 in there, though. But, you know, all right, I'm trying. Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, sex work. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't it be legal? I mean, making pornos, that's legal. That's sex work, that's legal, right?
What's the difference?
There really is. It's consensual trading hands. I mean, what is the difference?
I mean, if anything, you're weeding people out. You spread a little bit of AIDS.
Well, see, I guess that's the thing. If you're in porn now today, the standards in pornography, I'm going to assume, are a lot more rigorous than they were as far as like,
I would hope so.
raw juices and the like, swapping bodily fluids and all these things that go on. And in the porno business, what? Daddy, chill.
Daddy, chill.
No, I don't want to. I'm talking about porn, and it's a paid industry. Sex for cash. I know a few of those. And so yeah, I mean, I think we could probably summarize it. You need some sound. We're going through this. Oh, pew! There he is. We just brought Monster Mike back into the soundboard, living the pew pew life over
Shooting
there.
the blanks.
Mikey, chill.
Why are you gay?
Daddy, chill.
You are gay.
I am not gay. Are you gay? Gay is not allowed. America comes here with $16 million. Tell us to be gay.
Billy's first case. So, what can I do?
Oh,
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I swear they are. I swear they are. I promise you they are. They are equally as talented.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I completely agree. All right. Let's pick up some more topics here. Maybe we can get us a call, 313 334 4203. Get us a call in here. Yes.
Hey man, it's Dave. It's Dave, man. You got the stuff.
Incredibly, remarkably loud whistle.
Open the door,
at
Dave.
5:30 in the morning.
That's hilarious.
Dave's not here.
Countries should be isolationists. What do you think, man? You think countries should kind of isolate? Look what's happening with this, the way currency is changing hands today, and people are dropping the petrodollar. People are dropping that Federal Reserve note. That note is crashing like a damn. It's tanking, dude.
Good choice.
But there's definitely talk out there about currency going bye-bye, and we're all going to have possibly microchips or some other shit like that.
Yeah, swipe and scan your hand,
Excuse me.
right?
Something.
Guys down here hear about the ongoing cholesterol problem in the country.
Yeah, let's talk about the cholesterol problem. America ranks number one in one thing, and that's being obese. That's right. 70-something%, I think, of Americans tip the scales on being obese here in America. I mean, we're a high fructose country. What do you expect?
It's funny,
Everything's
though. If you go to
gooey.
New York City, you don't find fat people over there.
Really? Because everybody walks.
Yeah, everybody walks.
It's a walking kind of place. Dude, you can't drive. Traffic is horrific there, man. I spent 6 months in New York, and let me tell you, that place never sleeps. Well, tell them that's at youtube.com/@station08. Yeah, if you want to hit us up, let me give you I'm going to type in the link here in the chat box. You get in there. All right. You can find us at youtube.com/, and we're going to be moving to some other platforms as well, too.
Buddy of mine suggested Apple.
And then there's Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Station 08. That's youtube.com/station08.
There's no space though.
Right, yeah, I can't see shit. I got glasses on over here. I'm like an old man. Who are you? Why are you touching me?
Mr. Rosenberg, you need an appointment.
Ooh, can I bring my friend? Ooh.
Do you need an examination?
I do. I need two. And if you could hurry, and can I bring my shoes? All right. You can find us on the web, www.youtube.com/@station08. And give us a call, 313-334-4203.
You're getting some chats there, buddy.
Oh, what do we got here? Oh, hey, Jen Dibbs. What's up, Jen Dibbs? The phone number.
We need a mascot, not an examination.
313-334-4203.
I think we need more than a mascot. Just saying.
We do. We really do. You mean like a Trudy Daniels type thing?
That would be wonderful.
Oh,
Get us a weather girl. Nice redhead. I'm in. Somebody
the
easy
weather.
on the eyes. Yeah, absolutely.
no, don't be easy on my eyes. Just abuse those. What do you think I'm going to say? I wonder if the guy. I'll have to go back over here. Let's see. Hey, I need a mascot, not an examination. This is true. All right. So, hey. So now that we're back by the isolationist countries, we already know we're in trouble because those guys are isolating in huge groups against us. Let's go to abortion should be banned. Wow, that's been a touchy one for a lot of people, hasn't it?
I mean, honestly, I don't have a horse in the race. I don't give a shit what people do with their bodies. But on the other hand, when it comes to the vaccine, I'm anti-vax because, in both cases, I don't think the government should have a right to tell you what to do with your body.
I totally agree. I totally agree. I
And
think
what's funny is you watch the left and the right sit there and have the argument both ways.
hard. Either way is hard. It's full left, full right. Yeah.
On one hand, the left wants the people to get the vax and they should be forced to. But on the other hand, in the same breath, no, you can't tell us what to do with our body. We should be able to get an abortion. Which is it?
Here's the way I see it, man. Look, you gotta. What's his thing? What's his name? Bill Burr. It was gonna be a cake.
Bill Burr is great.
It was gonna be a cake. But no, you threw it across the floor. Everybody has to live with their own decisions, man. And we seem to see. Here's the thing, man. You can, you want people to have, I need a phone. Let me show everybody what I'm doing over here. Look, I need on free will. What do you do about that shit?
Yeah.
What do you do about that? And here's the big problem with free will is not everybody has a good free mind.
This
Some-
is very true.
Some people are incredibly selfish and mean and reckless. It's like you can't trust them with anything. Not even your kids.
That's for sure.
So how do you get by that, man? And this is where the things come in, like these dogmas that we have to kind of help people guide and live by. And what do you do with that shit? Abortion, man. You do you, boo. Every citizen should be mandated to perform national public service.
I can agree with that.
Now, I think they have something like that in Israel. I think everybody has to serve a 1 or 2 year stint in their military there.
There's mandatory. Was like the mandatory conscription, I believe it is. It's either 2 or 3 years you have to spend in some sort of military
capacity there. Yeah, serving somehow. Yeah.
And I'm totally with that. I think the military could probably work wonders for a shit ton of people, especially once they get out of high school and they're not doing anything else with their lives and they're combing the streets.
Right.
Go serve your country.
Yeah,
Go learn
yeah.
something.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like from a missionary perspective. If somebody would travel to Africa to do some good work, why not do that here at home?
Yeah, they'll teach you how to pee and make your bed.
Oh, I always wanted to bounce a quarter off of something besides a big old booty. I'll dress that bed up like it's going to a wedding. For sure.
But we can't do that here because people would be offended, this and that, and we're too hard on our children.
Well, it doesn't even have. I don't think it has to even be a militaristic kind of national service. There's so many things nationally that we could use as a service from people who are willing to volunteer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that whole aspect of serving is, I mean, I'm not even going to say I think. I know for damn sure, and I could tell you that I know a lot of other people in this country that are going to tell you the act of serving has been just decimated, and it's been I mean, I like found in an alley full of 30 different types of semen crying in some sobbing mess in the corner of a dumpster and some brick wall. That's where it's at. The victim, you know.
So Gina chimes in here. Let everybody illegally do what they want with their bodies.
Yep,
Because
that's
if
I can
women
agree.
Shouldn't have abortions, and guys can't have sex changes. Make everything legal as long as you're over 18. Yeah, I can agree
You
with
know,
that.
and yeah, then to some degree, but that means you got to provide the service, and other people have to kind of be there to support that whole thing too. You know, there's a lot of other things in consequence to that.
And
Like, you
I
just
agree
can't
with
say-
that. As long as it's not being forced on the taxpayers to pay for that.
Yes. However, again, because what we have a law, there's going to be legislation on it. I mean, these things are going to be, again, we're getting back to that bad apple in the bushel theory here, right? Where some fool is going to, like for every system that's in place, there's somebody there to cheat the system. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Look at the people coming here in droves from the southern border.
Oh, just to get cheated.
You know,
they're getting screwed.
They're 9 months pregnant, and kids ready to pop out any fucking moment, and they're looking for a hospital in Texas to go have birth. Right?
Oh, yeah. And then who knows what's going to happen to the kid, because as of lately, 85,000 children have gone missing from our government.
Well, the thing is if you're born here in the United States, you're automatically granted U.S. citizenship.
Oh, yeah. Anchor babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are anchor babies. That's been going on for a long time, and there's
Yeah.
plenty of examples of that going on here in Michigan itself.
But it all goes
You know?
back to people who are shitting the system.
Domination, not assimilation. Does that ring? Does that ring? Does it make you think about any particular areas? Let me, and that takes me to this whole melting pot theory. Sometimes when I think about the melting pot, I think of two things. One, like here in the Metro Detroit area, we don't really have much of a melting pot as far as like cultures go, but as far as a southeast section or quadrant of the entire state, there's a lot of culture within that big area, but it's that big area is broke into all these tight little factions, like Arab Village, Chinatown, Greek Town, Mexican Town, a Pole Town. We got all these areas where cultures separate instead of intertwining through each other and sharing with each other.
I think what you have here is unintended ghettos. I mean, you have like the Arabs that are in Dearborn. You have the Poles who are in Hamtramck. You have the Jewish people who are in Southfield and Troy and Lathrop Village. Detroit is, 70-30, I'm pretty sure. Black.
Minorities and whites. Yeah. Approximately. It's been
the
that
Mexican
way.
folks are down by the bridge.
Yep.
With
With
Macomb County is becoming more of a melting pot, if you will.
Yes, Macomb County, I find, is a very diversified community. But again, though, from the macro, when you get to the micro level, you find that there's pockets of Orientals, pockets of like Romanian, pockets of Greek, pockets of Baltic people, like Hungarian and Czechoslovakian people are in huge pockets like that. In the Macomb County area. But when you start moving more west, the types of regions start to change through like Southfield and West Bloomfield and Troy and Auburn Hills. Like all those demographics start to change into whole other types of nationalities. It's kind of funny how the metro area is broken up like that. But my point is, I guess that we're really not doing so much melting in the melting pot. And when you think about, like, if you take a bunch of crayons and put them in a fondue pot, what are you going to get? You're going to get one color.
It's true. Don't know what it's going to be, but
you're going to get one color. And I kind of think about the melting pot, and it's really not so good, and it's really not what we actually have here. But instead, we got some recognizable culture separate from our own, and I think people need to get along on appreciating that on a better level, man. Because you know what? Like, I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you this here, and here's the one thing that's just gonna prove me right in this whole deal is the fact that everybody loves a fucking taco.
Yeah,
Everybody loves
there's
tacos.
nothing wrong with that.
You know, I think I'm safe to say that 99.9% of people enjoy tacos, right? So there's something that
Even
we can,
vegans.
dude. Oh my God, veggie tacos are the best because
There
they're
you go.
tortillas of corn.
Yeah.
You know, they're grain, you know, they're all grain as to start, you know. So it's like there's some things here that we just need to give up and stop screaming cultural. You know, if you're gonna be screaming cultural appropriation, you need to stop eating tacos if you're not Hispanic.
No tacos for you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No tacos for you on Taco Tuesday. Ese, huh? You come back. Maybe tomorrow I'll be the taki. I'll be your taco guapo.
That would bum me out. I live at Del Taco. I'm there at least 2-3 times a week sometimes.
Oh, Del Taco. All right. Our
I
co-host Mike, you're looking at
love
him, has claimed
Del
Del Taco to be his favorite.
I do.
Oh,
I take payments in Del Taco, liquor.
He takes payments in Del Taco. He ain't too proud. He ain't too proud. You know
No.
what? He's like me. See, when I drive through the drive-thru, I'm always looking down to see how much change is down there. Maybe somebody left $1 I might want to scoop up. I ain't too proud. You know, in this day and age, man, I'll take it where I can get it. You know, always some great stuff there. Newman. So should bottled water be banned? What do you think about bottled water?
No.
What do you think about PFAs and what do you think about microplastics in your blood and in all this and all these wrapping things that we're letting? Oh my God, we're going to go to the FDA, aren't we?
I think
Are
the
we gonna
people
go
who
there?
are reusing
Look,
the plastic bottles.
if you're
are kinda
listening,
fucked.
I was telling Mike we're going to go live with our real show tomorrow night. Your Voice Talks is going to be the name of the Station 8 production show. You give us a call, 313-334-4203. But we're going on tomorrow. And one thing I was telling Mike I want to do here, because I'll tell you what, some of these discussions really they make me want to slam an old phone.
Jen Dib says, "Oh hell no, you can't take away my tacos."
No, we ain't taking away your tacos. We're just saying,
Don't worry, Jen. We're not going to take any tacos away.
No, no, we're all about sharing the tacos. We're about taco love. Right, we're talking Mexican style, right? Cilantro and onion sounds good.
I mean, I can tell you right now, from the people I know alone, if you took tacos away, there would be a mutiny.
Oh, you better believe there would be another mutiny.
Fuck.
Nothing wrong with a taco mutiny. That's definitely a reason to fight. You know. Boy, there's so many things. Like, you know what? And that was all we did is just run through the bulk of some of the social topic and issues. You know, and I haven't even hit some of the more prevalent, like really sensitive issues of today. Like, you know, like there's this alcohol company out here, Anheuser-Busch. You know, doing, you know, and this whole backlash. Oh, there's some immediate changes there, boy. Oh, should I even say that, boy? Can I say that? Can I say, boy? Can I say that?
We're not on radio.
We don't have to be on radio. I've got a face for radio and a voice for, I don't know, movies. Yeah, we didn't even touch any of that. I'm going to save some of that for later. You know, I'm going to save some of that for later. So that's a lot of the social, political issues. And this stuff is kind of, you know, these topics are pretty general. Ain't nothing too hot and too out of pocket in there.
So we seem to have some women chatting here. So let me bring up a topic that might strike you guys a little hard. What do you ladies think about Title IX? And Title IX is the laws that are written for women's athletics that say that any college or school that receives federal funds from the U.S. government cannot discriminate anybody from playing any sport, male, female, whatever. But now in the Title IX, they've included the trans people who, well, I mean, in my words, men who are now saying that they want to side with the females and they're going to be part of your women's sports. How do you feel about that? 313-334-4203. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, that's a sensitive one. You know, what do you do about that?
I mean, I think for the women who've spent their entire lives training to, you know, do something collegiately, sports wise, and, you know, they want to win, you know, a swimming, you know, championship or some shit like that. And a guy comes along in a women's Speedo and beats you by 2-3 seconds and just totally blows you out of the water. You have no chance.
Yeah, and you know, and here's the thing about the reason why there was men and women's sports to begin with is because sports is a competition of bodies, right? It's a physical sport. It's an athleticism. So the competition of bodies, and if you look even structurally, women have a low center of gravity, men have a high center of gravity, which means their strengths and weaknesses are opposite, right? And that's just
Yeah.
standard physics, man. That's just standard physiology. Excuse me. But I will tell you that it when somebody is at a collegiate level in a championship meet, you know, either no matter what it is, it's any sport. I don't care if it's backgammon, right? To get to a championship state at a collegiate level means you've got a million mistakes behind you. It means you've got 100 million broken muscle fibers. It means that you've got a million disappointments behind you. It means that you've got another million times that you've had to get up from those disappointments and keep pushing yourself, or get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go for that jog because you knew it was going to keep you in top form, or now all those commitments that you made to yourself and made to your goals year after year after year to get to the collegiate level, right? To be stolen by some fake. To be stolen by some fake. Yeah, you got me coming through there, a little echo. You got to be careful on that laptop.
Yeah.
But you know, and that's the hardest part for me, man. Besides the fact that here's the second aspect of that, right? Which is going to be, what kind of piece of shit do you got to be to trample somebody's dreams? I don't care what's between your legs. I don't care if you got that fuzzy little kitty. Ah, meow, 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 fuzzy kitty. Or, oh, you got the, hey, this is Frank. Meet Frank. He's on the, this is Frank. Meet Frank. He's on the table. Here's Frank, right? No matter what it is.
Things sitting on your lap.
I'm sorry. If you're out there just taking years of dedication away from other people, regardless of what's between your legs, and if that's that important to you, then, man, you're a piece of shit to do that to begin with. And the problem is, and that's the root problem about so many things, is that just shitty people out here doing shitty things. What else is there? Prove me wrong. Be like Steven Crowder with all the narcissism. Changed my mind. Have you heard about the Steven Crowder story? Oh, hey, got a call. Nope. Oh, you coming in?
I just wanted to see if it was working.
Yeah, I know. Give us a call, 313.
Everybody wants to chat, but nobody wants to talk.
I know, right? They want. It's okay. They want to hear your voice. What, you're too afraid to talk? What's on your mind? People getting what? All these watchers and all these texting people here. You know, these keyboard warriors getting a little weak on us, man. I don't know what to say. I'll tell you what.
Bring that wonderful voice over here.
That's right. Give us your wonderful voice. Call us and talk to us now. Let us hear your voice. But don't show us your coochie.
Or you can.
Yeah. Maybe you can show us your coochie. I don't know. I'm not going to fight with you. Damn it. It's a good thing that you guys only see us. We can't see you. Who knows? It's like all these dudes out here that think that I'm going to get the coolest job. I'm going to be an OBGYN. Right?
Gina chimes in. I feel everyone that's genetically what they are, that's the team they should play on. But it's genetically, if you're a man, that automatically makes you stronger than a woman. That's where I'm going with all this.
This is
guys
true.
Who are still pumped full of testosterone,
Mm-hmm.
getting into an estrogen loaded sporting event.
You know, exactly. And I agree with that. See, however, now, but when you allow people to be themselves or who they want to be, right? And they want to go the other way with all these identification things that they got going. I mean, oh my God, if a birth certificate's it's gonna look like a hooker on a Sunday night. You know, it's gonna be so used up and wore out by the time a birth certificate even gets to settle in your life. You know, but so what do you do now? Do you tell somebody else how to live? That's the flip side of this whole thing. And that's one of the things that makes this debate entirely sensitive is the fact that, okay, you don't agree with it, but what about these people that do? right? What about these people that want these things in a country where you're supposed to be able to be free and chase your, I mean, as demented as it may seem to a lot of us, most of us, I'm pretty safe in saying, that most of us see this as a kind of a demented way of having an existence. But it is what it is. So how do you take that from somebody that, I mean,
Somebody that just wants to fit in.
where do you gauge that, right? How do you control that when it starts to have a negative effect on other people's lives and other people want to legislate over it? How do you fix that?
Make a third class. That's the only thing I can
Oh my
suggest.
God. Oh my, make a
Male
oh,
swimming, female swimming,
everybody else.
and everybody else. There you go.
That's oh my God. I mean,
what else are you going to do with this?
oh, that hurts my head. That hurts my head. I don't know.
Obviously, the women are not dying to play with the guys. They're going to get slaughtered.
Well,
Can you imagine a woman on a hockey team or on the same ice as a men's hockey team?
oh, she's gonna get
plowed.
She's gonna get checked into the glass at every opportunity to teach her not to come back.
So that's not going to happen.
No.
It's mainly going to be the dudes who don't want to play male sports, but they want to play female sports, and they're going to be tops in their weight class now.
This is the person I'm talking about. This is the person I'm talking about. Look, some of these athletes that have moved to other classes are doing it. Like, there's a component to this that's mental. I'm going to tell you that. Like, because I'll tell you what, when it comes into regards to gender dysphoria, it's real. It's a real diagnosis. It's clinical. It's proven. It's factual. Gender dysphoria is real. And I can see sometimes how that could happen, especially for a dude. Let me pose this question to you, and not in support of, but in recognition of that gender dysphoria being a real thing, right? Here's the psychological aspect of that, which makes this whole thing to me a mental game. Has anybody ever posed the question, or has anybody ever considered the fact that there's some men out here who could be born so substantially inadequate sexually that the only other piece of logic mentally could be, I should have been a woman?
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? So, and this is real in people, right? So gender dysphoria is a thing for sure. However, that's a consequential impact to a mental issue, to where now this gets to be when you start manipulating that issue and make it seem like support or that it's natural. It starts to bring out the narcissism and all these other traits that are narcissistic like in people who like to run around claiming being a little girl. And then all of a sudden, here I am with a Bud Light. Oh, it's my first period.
Jesus, that fed back too.
I know, I'm a little loud, but that's okay. I had to proclaim to the world it was my first time. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Jen Dib says land of the free, yes, but we still have rules and laws to follow. Land of the free. Unfortunately, people come here to exploit that.
I agree. We do. We do. But where do these rules and laws come from? Me personally, I kind of feel I was born with these rules and laws. I kind of feel like you ain't got to tell me twice how to be a nice person.
No.
You also don't have to tell me twice how to be a shitty person. And that's where my matter of choice comes into play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just doing this thing the other babies. Do we got a caller? What is here? Looks like somebody's giving us a call. Oh, doesn't seem to be click. Oh, let's see who we got here. Gina Rosas. All right, Gina.
Hello, Junior. You're on the air. Oh, we're fabulous. How about you? What can we talk about?
Oh, but no, you are definitely one of the best taco shops in town.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I love meatloaf and mashed potatoes. Actually, I had my significant other go get me some meatloaf and mashed potatoes at the local diner, and they have a drive-through. And when she got there, not to my surprise, they were out of meatloaf.
God.
That's how good it is. I know,
My
right?
mom used to make the greatest meatloaf, and the recipe died with her.
Oh, that's unfortunate, dude. I make a pretty mean meatloaf, dude.
Ah.
Maybe next Sunday, we'll start doing you know, back in the band days, man, we used to always do a thing called band food. Well, maybe we need to do podcast food where we feature some snack that we have here tonight.
They can put a taco bar together.
We could put a taco bar together, a hot dog bar. Maybe we'll get somebody to cater it and we could talk about their ass all night too. you know. But yes, you're definitely one of the best taco cooks in town for sure. Old school Southwest style, Mexican style tacos, enchiladas. Yep.
So what's up,
Yep.
Gina? What do you want to talk about? Yes, agree. And we were just talking about there should be a third weight class, if you will. You have the males here, you have the females, and then you have everybody else. Let them hash it out who wants to be what, and yeah. I mean, I think if you're gonna affiliate yourself with the female sex, you should take that all the way. You should have a sex change. You should have, estrogen therapy. Absolutely. And they can. Not there isn't. No.
Yeah, see, that's another thing when you want to talk about having children, this whole discussion, I just heard a thing that Jordan Peterson, anybody familiar with Jordan Peterson out there? He's a pretty solid dude in my mind. Um, and is teaching people a lot of things and in a lot of different ways.
Is that like the guy from Ohio, one of the congressmen?
No.
Might
Jordan
think
Peterson
about.
is a Canadian professor and a therapist,
Okay.
well studied in psychology and things of that nature. An actual little professor. He's one of the greatest guys out there. If you haven't looked into Jordan Peterson,
He's a
check him.
psychologist.
Yeah. Check him out. He's really great. And man, it's like the guy is eye opening. He'll deliver epiphany after epiphany when it comes to just kind of living logic and being a person and the things that are solid, in a lot of ways. And so I agree with a huge majority of where he goes with his things. But recently, Peterson has started included a little bit of theology into his rantings. Not that there's so much rantings or rhetorical, anyways, but it's a consistent barrage of common sense. But he started to get a little theological in there. He started to include a little bit of God and Christian perspective and things of that nature. And I happen to be a man of faith but spiritual in sense. I'm not so much married to any. Yeah. y- Uh, right. The Hindus have some very similar attributes that also are in line with I guess Christianity. I guess is the word I'm looking for. And some of that is like the baby born brought to all these. There's a lot of things, and if you look across, even in Islam, there's a lot of things that are across the board the same. And in realizing that all these factions of religion telling basically the same story. Um, they are, yeah. So what's the commonality there, really? And that's I think where the more takeaway is. And when you look at all these commonalities, it really the fact that they're all on the same path means that they're all like legitimate in a way. Right. Right. If you want to try and throw that in, Mike, I think I think our mics are a little hotter now. Um, if you want to reincarnation in there, then I guess that's one way to do it. Because you got right. I agree. Let's try that. No, no, I just turned up some stuff. We're trying to get the people on YouTube to hear you, sis. So if you can keep talking, that'd be great. Yeah, but we're trying to get the audio and everything because we're going live with our Your Voice talk show tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Yeah, we're going to be covering the topics again, going over the latest and greatest, and then cracking jokes about some of these dumbasses. No, you don't have to. And see, and this is the thing that people are forgetting out here is the fact that, somebody else's choice doesn't necessarily have to be your choice, and you don't necessarily have to make room for them in regards that you're going to wind up sacrificing for somebody's, especially for like, look, here's the thing. Ugh. I'm about to just kind of like my brain is bottlenecking. Like I'm still running on I'm still loading Windows in my mind on 5-inch floppy disks.
You guys lost me on the religion thing. I have no religion. I don't have a horse in the race. So
He doesn't have a horse in the race on original religion. Mike is like, I'm dead, then I'm gone. Fuck you guys.
yeah, the lights go out and it's
Lights
over.
go out, they're out. Fuck it. You're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time.
That's right. That's right.
I would agree with that.
And I agree with that. Absolutely.
So yeah, in some regards, I guess. Like, what's the shit that people don't want to do? Hello? Can you hear? Hold on, hold on, hold on. I gotta switch the microphone. Oh, she hung up on us. We lost the microphone. She's probably gonna call us back. USB audio microphone. Trying to get it so we can get her on the air. I don't understand what the holdup is here, but we're gonna try and get it. USB audio 2. Let's go with speakers, USB, default speakers, communications, USB audio.
Good old Brad says, can't hear the caller. This is The Rock.
You're listening to Michael and the Dingo on Station 8 Radio. Dingo. Trying to figure out the phone call situation here for live streaming, and live streaming phone calls is not working out very well. And that's why we're doing what we're doing here tonight, having a good time and just playing stupid games on the internet.
You know what happens when you play
Call me.
stupid games?
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's how we fit in the answer.
Hello, motherfucker.
If you give me a call, I will talk to you like that.
Hello, motherfucker.
You know it. I thought it was good. But no, who was it? It wasn't me. Double DOG. You know what happened with the D-R-E. Yeah, see, we got some good drops going too. We're playing with these because
Oh, yeah.
the Macho Man, we're going to be dropping them off with you tomorrow too. Monster Kill and the Baby.
Somebody should call us and see if we can get this hammered out.
That's okay. We will. I'll have to go call us. Somebody will have to call us.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
no.
La da 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 da. It's the motherfucking double D-O-D. Oh,
There you go.
who do we got in here? Hold on. Oh, I need the other one. Oh, where am I at? Let's close you. What we got here? Hello, who do we got? You're talking to Alex and Mike. Hey, Oxford Mike, what are you doing tonight, buddy? Thanks for calling.
What's up, Mike?
All right, Mike, everybody, let's give Mike a big round of applause for being first time listener, first time caller. Yay! What's up, buddy? How are you doing tonight, man? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of our first night, man. We're working out bugs. We went on a couple of nights ago and just kind of played with it. And so tonight we're really pushing to try and get these little situations worked out, get the producing worked out, and get everything to try and be as smooth as we possibly could be. But I don't give a shit. I kind of hope it's a little on the funny side too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just coming at it from a real perspective, you know. Let me see. Let me check the messages here. I think let's see. You should be calling your
Last message I saw was no.
yeah. Mike Kohler, can we hear you? We can hear you. Oh, Mike said we can hear you. Yeah, if you're watching out there, let us know if you can hear our caller. It's so she's still all right, let me try this. Dingo and the Baby. Can we hear you yet? Can we hear Mike now out there? Go ahead, Mike. Say something.
I can hear you.
We can hear him good. I don't. Oh, you might want to step in the other room. Like if yeah, on the U boob. Okay, well let me try. Let me try.
The boob tube.
Right. Speakers. Let's try that. Mike, you heard that ring. Hopefully, I don't know what's going on here. So you heard that. I was trying to. I know, right? Be caller 5,000. You could get free beer yesterday. Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree because, like I said, it's a competition of bodies, not anything else.
Yeah, whatever you're born with is where you should be in sports. Unless you've gone on and had the sex change, then sure, be a woman.
Yes,
Eh,
I
we're
am.
trying.
I'm trying to work out the phone call bugs, and you're having a conversation with my cohort over here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, we're trying to get you through. I don't understand quite why this is doing that. Um, um, man, it's coming through.
You're coming through loud and clear, just not on the.
Yeah, we're getting you through the audio system that's plugged into the computer. The problem is the computer's not feeding it out to the internet. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's not. I don't think it's has to work that way. I should be able to get this to come straight through over to go out with the video. But Jen said it was trying to come in and out, so the signal is going through for some reason, but there might be another audio setting here at my end that's causing it to be a little bouncy or freaky. And it sounds like it might be clipping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be. What's that? Yes, I know what you are saying. I hear you loud and clear over here. I am hearing upon you. So I've got the South Park. Yep. Which episode was good old Butters? South Park's the shit, man. They're still cranking out great episodes. They really right.
That's actually pretty astonishing.
You know? Yeah, right. So it comes out the next day. Like they're making these episodes as quick as they possibly can for sure. Those guys, I bet they never sleep. But you know, with the way animatronics and everything is today, man, that's got to be easier than ever. Right. Yeah, it's one of those things, man, for sure. I'm just trying to go through all this stuff here, trying to get the calls to go through better. I don't know if they will or not. All right, man. We're gonna keep running until we get it right. So thanks for calling, buddy. It's good to talk to you, man. Come and see me.
Thanks for calling, bud.
Later. That was Mike. That was the other Mike. Mike's a good guy. At least we covered some stuff there. Hopefully, to get these bugs worked out tonight. Where did my back here? Voice settings. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. We're going to have to figure that out. I'm going to have to play with that and see where that gets us to kind of get that all squared away. We definitely got them coming through over here, though. I just don't know how we're going to get them patched through back out. I have to figure that out. Technical difficulties. But anyways, thanks for calling in, Mike, man. It was good talking to you. Again, we are going to be going on with the Your Voice Talk Show tomorrow night. 6 p.m. is when we're going on, and we're going to run through the things, and hopefully we'll have this call thing cleared up. At least we'll be able to plug you in and get some two-way going for everybody to hear on the phone calls, which is going to be key to our success. Being able to take some phone calls. I know I'm already talking about getting some real phone service up in this cheese. Going to make the investment there for sure. We've already got a big investment here. We got a couple of PTZs on duty tonight. We got some video mixing equipment. We got some audio equipment. Obviously, a couple of laptops sitting here. We got a lot of things going on to make this possible. And there's going to be some more things we obviously need to do in regards to getting some of this production on an upper level correct. But that's what we're out here to do, is to just kind of get some conversation going, get some understanding, get some solutions out here, get some people to acknowledge that they got to make some changes and take a different look at themselves as well as I'm going to look at myself and try to be the best motherfucker I can be while I'm out there every damn day for everyone around me. Right? Because I'll tell you what, some things I've learned in my 54 years is that it does take a village. You know what? When I was a kid, I was mad at you if you drug me home to my mom by my arm because you caught me doing something wrong. Today, I respect those guys. I miss them. I miss those components of the community that would hold you accountable and hold your parents accountable for your accountability.
True.
That's
Very true.
that's how you got people like that think like that are not so much independent but just respectful. It all starts and is based out of respect, golden rule type things. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're, if simply is like, look, if you got a set of things in your life that you don't like or don't want to happen to you, or things that have been painful to you, or things that you could find to be painful, or you could even imagine to be a wrong kind of something to do to somebody, you probably wouldn't do it because you wouldn't want it done to you, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, so based on that, I gotta say society's fucked up. Because enough people don't seem to be living that. We all want to say, we get ourselves one-on-one here. We're like, oh yeah, for sure, man. You got to be nice to everybody. But meanwhile, this motherfucker's in the slow lane, trying to use it as the fast lane and flipping everybody the bird.
Assholes.
You sons of bitches out there, get it together. Start living in some kind of harmony. Yep. So I don't know, man. Well, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark tonight, and we're shooting again tomorrow night for another couple of hours. I think we could sit here for a little bit longer. It's up to Mike. I'm going to hand this over to Mike for a second. Looks like he's digging up something for you guys to go through. Mike, what do you got over there?
Actually, I was looking up the audience can't hear the caller on a stream.
Yeah, that's a technical dictafucty we're going to have to deal with at some point here. I could plug some equipment in real quick, I think, but I could cause some buzzing. I'm not sure if I want to do it. And I could switch them to a different line to take the calls. I could do it and put it in another way. I could do it.
I reckon you should probably get that done.
Like corn. You want me to do that? All right. You got the floor.
Like French fried taters.
Taste like vampires. Taste like corn. All right, Michael. You have the floor. I'm going to get some technical things going on here, and we'll see how it goes.
Oh, what do we want to talk about, people? Forgive me, everybody. The computer's kind of slow here. Let's see here. What do we have? Bloomfield Hills High School principal resigns following assembly controversy. Yeah. That's a cruddy story. Oh, here's a good one. Investigation underway after Michigan couple was killed in a Georgia plane crash. According to the Oconee County Sheriff's Office, a small plane that departed from Leesburg, Florida, and was set to arrive in Barrow County, Georgia, crashed in a field on Wednesday, 2:30 in the afternoon. 2 people on board the plane at the time of the crash did not survive. 2 seasoned pilots were flying their single-engine Cessna airplane from Florida to Georgia where they crashed. The family says the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating. Kind of why I really hate to fly. I've seen some of my buddies talk about how they hate flying. They don't want to deal with it. I've always thought I'd rather be the one driving, to be honest with you. At least you're in control. Anybody want to talk about the Detroit Tigers? If anybody's been watching baseball at all, the Detroit Tigers are having another stellar season. They will likely be out of contention before Memorial Day, leading us to another basically pointless summer. I'm guessing they're probably going to be a 60-win team again, which is pretty terrible. Oh, yeah, it's about 3 seconds. Anybody have any thoughts about the Detroit Lions draft the last 2 nights? I think they took a running back and a linebacker in the first round, second round. Alex is here working, trying to resolve our issues. Check. Here's an odd news story. I'm not going real bad. I'm not going There you go. Check. Anybody hear me? Aussie tourist very sorry for drunken nude rampage in Indonesia. An Australian tourist facing possible flogging after being accused of going on a drunken nude rampage in the Indonesian province of Aceh says he felt almost possessed at the time. Let's try to say this guy's name. Bodhi Manny Risby-Jones, 23 of Noosa, Australia, was arrested Thursday on the island of Simeulue off the coast of Sumatra in Indonesia. Goes on to say Risby Jones allegedly ran nude through a village near the Atlantic Moon Beach Resort, chasing and hitting the locals. What was he hitting them with, Alex? Well, is that what I heard? His cock? Yes, probably.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Alex is like, what?
Am I here? Wait a minute. Hold. I'm trying to be Mr. Fix-It here. Am I here? Hold on. Okay, I'm back in the conversation just for a minute. Did you say he drove by and hit him with his cock?
Well, he ran through the village and was hitting locals.
With his cock?
I'm guessing. They don't say what he was hitting them with, but I mean, if you're going to go that far with it and run nude through a village, you might as well swing the cock out and beat people with it.
Wow, a cock beating.
Ron's wife, Iris Sadawana, reported Risby to the people, and residents threatened to burn down the resort in the wake of the rampage.
Oh, my God.
To all who I've disrespected and hurt, I am truly sorry. Please forgive me.
What the hell?
He is facing a flogging for this, so he's going to get fucked up pretty bad.
Yeah, I would imagine. All right, I think we can try getting a phone call back in here.
There's one.
At least.
I think. British man breaks world record with 17 flesh tunnels on his face. Piercings. A British piercing enthusiast broke his own Guinness World Record when the number of flesh tunnels in his face increased to 17. James
Yikes.
Goss initially broke the record for the most face flesh tunnels in 2020 when he had 14 and broke his own record in 2022 with 15. This guy is just one-upping himself every time.
Did you say flesh tunnel?
That is what they're calling it. I mean, to me, giant piercing, it's all the same.
Let's
He
get
goes
an
on to
image.
say, for me, expressing myself regardless of what other people think has made me feel a lot more fulfilled. I don't want to change myself to fit in with other people. It's better to just be myself and spend my energy finding where I fit in. And anyway, GWR said each of Goss flesh tunnels had to measure at least 0.11 inches to qualify for the record.
That's just amazing. Like, so when I brought
No
up
attention needed here.
Yeah, when I brought up flesh tunnels, this is what I got. Hey, this is flesh tunnel.
That is the picture.
That's the picture, huh?
That is the picture.
So what's what's that? A bearing? Is that a bearing race?
It is.
Look, there's some dude with a beat up face, and then there's a bearing race. Like these two are in competition. Is definitely a race. I don't know what's going on here though. It looks like he just got into a fight with Grandpa's fucking Maxwell can from the garage. And lost.
Here's a heartwarming story for everybody. Dog missing for 26 days, walked 40 miles back to his former home. The lost dog in Northern Ireland was found 26 days later after the walking more than 40 miles to his home of the former owners. The charity dedicated to locating lost dogs and cats. I just lost.
Check.
Was surrounded by.
Yep, still there. Are
Years
you?
later adopted by a new family.
You know, I've heard a few of those. I've heard a few of those particular stories, man, for sure. These dogs do some incredible things. Matter of fact, I just deleted a couple of TikTok videos of videos. You hear me? I'm saying, oh, I'm a TikTok video. I'm coming at you like the king, baby. I'm saying, thank you very much. Hope y'all been watching. TikTok videos.
Cooper fled from the car the moment he and his new owner arrived at their home in Dungannon. Multiple sightings were reported in the ensuing days, but Cooper managed to elude search groups as he crossed County Tyrone. Cooper was finally captured once he arrived at his former owner's property in Tobermore, more than 40 miles from his new home in Dungannon.
Dungannon?
Yes.
Dungannon.
Cooper was reunited with his new owner, who said the dog lost some weight during his journey, but is recovering at home.
Nice. Well, good for him, man. That's a feel-good story.
That's a good dog.
Yeah. That's another good story on America's Top 40. You're listening to America's Top 40 of good stories. Maybe we should do a good news segment. What do you think? You think people would be happy? Let us know. You think you'd be happy with some good news? Like, who the hell is telling good news? Anybody want to hear good news, or are we just going to thrive on death and destruction? What do you think?
Yeah, death and destruction sounds fine. What the hell? Fog of Bees briefly interrupts PGA Tour Open event in Mexico City.
Who?
A fog of bees.
Oh, is that a show? Is that a rock show?
No, we're talking about a swarm of killer bees.
Oh, yeah, I love that band. Weren't they back in the 80s, the Killer Swarm, or what was the name?
You're thinking about the wrestlers, the Killer Bees.
The Killer Bees.
WWF.
Oh, my God, dude. See, speaking of some WWF, have you seen Bootios?
No.
Cereal? Bootio cereal?
I have not.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh, boy.
I'm just going to say it's a thing.
Yeah, boy.
Available at what's left of the FYE stores. They're going to be a thing of the past, too. I'm surprised they outlived Circuit City.
My son's on here. Audio sounded like a flashbang going off for a second. Yes, it did.
It's a no-knock, buddy.
We're still trying to get the...
Police, open the door!
Tell your mom I won't be by tomorrow. I have to go to jail.
Hi, leave a message. Hi, yeah, it's me again. Look, I'm not gonna be in tomorrow. I'm not gonna come by now. No, I'm planning on going to jail. Okay, love you. Bye.
The PGA Tour's Mexico Open was briefly interrupted when a swarm of bees sent a group of golfers ducking into the grass.
Dude, you know the caretaker was pissed.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it was
Van
probably.
Rooyen can be heard in the footage repeating the word bees and warning to his caddy and fellow golfers. The announcer in the video described the incident as a fog of bees.
the fog is going on with these bees?
What the fog?
A fog of bees. That's something else, man. Where was that at?
Mexico City.
In Mexico City. You know what the facts and stats are of Mexico City, man?
Usually murder and corruption and
yeah. You know the world's richest
Supreme
man lives
Court
in Mexico
justices
City.
being killed.
You know that, right? The world's richest man lives in Mexico City, right?
I think he was the richest a couple few years ago. Maybe he
Maybe
is
surpassed now, huh?
I'm
Yeah,
thinking so.
probably. Yeah, probably doesn't have Bezos money though, but he's pretty fucking rich now.
The security surrounding that guy must be ridiculous.
Dude, he is the security. Put it that way. Yeah, I think it's like number 2 or number 3 in the most populous city on earth too, something like that. Like ranks right up there with Detroit when it comes to crime. Number 3, Detroit. I just read a thing. Detroit is ranked number 3 at the end of fourth quarter last year. Detroit was ranked number 3 in homicide. You know, I mean, think about that. When you look at what the fuck is going on in Chicago and Detroit is ranked number 3. Yikes! We just got used to it. You know, because we walk around, man, like we were working in Detroit, like, yeah, what's up, bro? What's up, my man? Yeah, all right,
Welcome to
man.
Detroit.
Yeah,
Now
your
leave.
your number's gonna draw here, man. You better shut up, just do your job. You know, shit. It's so funny. Delivering the good stuff. I mean, there they are. I can't do this without my glasses. Man, let me, I just kind of want to run through some other stuff here. Like, there's so many other things. Ooh, sexual orientation is determined at birth. There's no punctuation. Is it telling me this? Or is it saying it's suggesting it? I don't understand. This is why punctuations is so important, especially in a text. Like you can't let me put my own inflection to it. You gotta use punctuation to enhance the inflection of your voice when it comes to a text. Otherwise, the meaning gets lost. Is it sexual orientation? Tongue tripping over here. My thing. Sexual orientation is determined at birth, or sexual orientation is determined at birth. Or sexual orientation is determined at birth.
Well, let's all go back to the statement that I made earlier that, when you come out of the hole, your doctor slaps your ass and said, it's a boy or it's a girl. Kind of where I was going with all this.
How about we had a baby, it's a boy? You have a call from we had a baby, it's a boy.
We had a baby, it's a boy.
That was a great commercial. It took me a couple times to watch it. I'm like, why in the hell would he do that? And then after the second time, it's like, hey, who was that? Oh, it was Bob. He had a baby. That's some great marketing. Besides the AT&T chick, that was the best marketing ever.
Another story here. German court, naked landlord doesn't justify lower rent.
Wait a minute. Naked landlord, lower rent? What are we paying for here?
Doesn't justify lower rent.
Oh, it does justify?
Doesn't justify lower rents. The German court said Wednesday that a landlord sunbathing naked in the courtyard of his building wasn't a reason for his tenants to reduce their rental payments.
Oh, because they have to put up with a naked dude.
The case involved a building in an upmarket residential district of Frankfurt, which included an office floor run by a human resources company.
The irony.
The company withheld rent because it objected, among other things, to the landlord's naked sunbathing. In response, the landlord sued.
Wait, the landlord was doing the naked sunbathing?
Yes.
And they wanted to lower the rent because he was doing that.
Yes.
But did he tell them that was fucking part of the deal? You
I'm
got like the
guessing
trash
not.
taken out? You know, the trash comes in every week. The truck picks up the bins and dumps it. Like my nude sunbathing is part of that. Like
Yes.
you're at a resort, motherfucker. I'm nude.
The Frankfurt State Court rejected the company's reasoning, finding that the usability of the rented property was not impaired by the plaintiff sunning himself naked in the courtyard.
Therefore, no loss suffered.
We're sorry you have to see this dude schlong every day, but no, you have to pay the same amount.
I know. Could you imagine what the conversations in that place are like? They're like, do you like the club? Do you like the music in the club? I like the club.
Only in Europe.
I like some music in the club.
You have to see this dude schlong every day, but
Oh, could you imagine what the
Hold on, we'll take a
conversations in
60-minute
that place
recess
are
for
like? They're like,
lunch.
"Do you like the
Your
club?"
I respectfully
like the
request
music? I
a
like
full
the
day's
club.
continuance to go over all this stuff.
Yeah, see, I love this quick editing, like this echo thing. We have this echo box. It's wonderful.
you have to see this dude schlong every day. But you might want to save that.
Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. Good times, man. Good times. What up, Josh? How you doing, man? Or Jacob? What we got here? Jacob Ingram in the room. What up, boys? What up?
Jacob Ingram. Do you know
How
who
you-
that is?
I'm not really sure, but welcome to the room, man. You can try and give us a call here, brother, if you want. 313
Jacob J.
Jacob J's son.
Maxim.
J Rome.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ah,
Thank you.
There you go. There
Is that
you go.
Maxim's kid?
Jacob J son. He's like, love you, Mike. Mike getting some love at the Station 8 Live in preparation for the Your Voice
Other
Talk
Jake.
Show. Launching tomorrow at 6 p.m. here on the Station 8 channel, producing the Your Voice Talk Show. I'll be your host, Alejandro. Say it like you mean it. Alejandro, if you can say it like Antonio Banderas, that's what the hell you need to do. And our boy Mad Mike, Motor City Mad Mike.
And don't eat too many tacos because this will be what happens.
Yes, more for him. Mike wants all the tacos. You must give me your tacos. What was that?
Soundboard. Can't hear.
That's what the hell you need to do. And our boy Mad Mike. Yeah, you got YouTube playing over there. You got to
Don't
cut
eat
it.
too many tacos because this will be what happens.
Yes, more for him. Mike wants delay tacos. Yep. So as you play that, we get the delay.
There you go. Now we know not to play YouTube while we're on here.
Not on yours. On your phone, you can.
That kinda
But that
comes
one's
with
this
one,
one's
too.
hooked into the audio system. So
Yogi
there's-
the Bear is on here. What's up, Mr. Austin?
Hey, boo boo.
Hey, boo boo. Let's go get us a picnic basket.
Hey, hey, Yogi, smarter than your average picnic basket.
Yogi should really call in and talk about cars.
Yeah, Yogi Bear, you want to talk about cars? We got all kinds of car talk, man. I could talk about cars all day. I've built all kinds of stuff. I got Jeeps in 3 countries. Let's talk about cars.
Drifting in my sim right now. Yeah. go
Yeah,
figure.
we'll talk about cars all day long. Come on, vroom, vroom, let's do it.
This-
Hold my beer. No, I'm in Michigan, so hold my Fago.
Eh,
Give us a call, 313-334-4203, man. We're just sitting here on a Saturday night, and I ain't got nobody. I got some money, but I just got paid. And that whole line, but I just got paid, means I'm also broke. That's the truth of that statement.
Child support, taxes, Ukraine.
Ukraine, you know. Oh, I'm sorry, but you're overdrawn at the Bank of Ukraine. Ukraine. I got to give my money. Would you? I know I was at the drive-through. The AA was like, "Hey, look, dude. I know, things are hard, but Ukraine, like, you want to just round up for Ukraine?" I was like, "Fuck no,
Did they really ask you that?
no.
Okay.
They better not either, because that's going to be my response."
Fuck
Like,
off.
I'm not rounding up for Ukraine, man. Go kiss my ass, motherfucker. Give me a cheeseburger. Let me roll. What I'm gonna do? What the hell? I just want to have a cheeseburger. Like, get me out of this drive-through. Stop asking me all this shit, you AI drive-through. It sounds like the girl from Cat. It's like, hi, what would you like for lunch?
No.
I'm like, oh my God, go ahead and order when you're ready. I'll be like, oh my God, this is a modern day Chuck E. Cheese. I hope this fucking speaker stand don't start moving on me. Freak my ass out. Give us a call. Phone lines are open. Well, phone line. We have one line. We're trying something a little different on the phone line here. So if you want to give us a call again, I'm going to try to pick this up.
2 hours later.
I know, 2 hours and 10 minutes later. Net neutrality should be restored. What do you think? Is there anything ever been net neutral? I mean, we got Elon Musk. We find out today, fucking clipping the Babylon Beast Twitter account.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
that was like a fucking bad brisk. They fucking cut the tweeter off at the tip, right at the tweeter.
They say everybody has a price.
Yeah, apparently fucking your foreskin's the fucking first bit of coin you just gotta come off that dick.
Right?
You know, they cut him right off at the foreskin, man. What's up with Elon? I'm kind of surprised to hear that because he's
Like I said,
primarily,
I was hoping for better from him.
you know, I think we're yet to see better from him, but who knows, man? It's like he may just already apexed and we're just seeing his downfall. Who the fuck knows? You know, midlife crisis. You know, most of us buy Corvettes or speedboats. This guy goes like, I think I fucking need a Twitter to feel like a man again. No, not an account. I need the Twitter. And bought it. You know, I mean, that's the kind of money that, but he puts a lot of people to work, man. He drives a lot of innovation, drives a lot of technology.
Maybe
You know-
he should just stick to building spaceships.
I think he should, and I think what his thing is that I think Elon's perspective is that Elon is not the man to build spaceships, but Elon is the man to get a bunch of people together who do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And right, and support them and facilitate that whole thing. Kind of like GM does. They suck all these patents out of everybody and sign everything over. All the engineers and all the R&D people, you know, sign off their patents and all their rights to any inventions and processes that could otherwise be profitable to them for their, you know, for their ability to transform a concept. Often get to be rights of the company. You know, GM holds so many patents. It's so stupid. You know, like how that stuff kind of works. So these guys oftentimes have to work under those situations. Hey, you think people should be legally required to get vaccines?
No. Fuck no. That goes along with the whole
an
abortion
easy-
thing.
That's an easy, man.
Yeah, that goes
Why
along
would
with the
they-
abortion thing.
Why would they
you
put
know?
that even in? You know, why would that be on the list? You know, another thing I was finding out, like I was reading some stuff. I don't know if I have any of that with me right here, but I was reading some stuff about how I did a couple Google searches on well, let me see. Let's try a Google search right here. Let me bring the mic in a little bit closer so I can get to the equipment as the producer and your host. I just needed that. Okay, let's go. I'll do a quick Google search. Of course, everybody, you know, don't take this too seriously. This is Google because I could search it again in 5 minutes and probably get a different list. But let's go. I'm going to how am I going to put this? I know, right? That's me after I visit the taco. Stay out of this Taco Bell. www.tacobell.com. What am I gonna say? How would I term that? What are the with the most suicide occupations with the highest suicide?
There you go.
You know, I think that's pretty fair, right?
Or
If I could just-
EMTs.
I can imagine. Where am I at?
That's my guess.
Suicide.
What profession has the most suicides?
Well, let me get a chart. Let's refer to a chart and get this chart right here. Let's see if we can get this.
Let's
on
see
a
what the
bigger
callers
screen.
think.
Oh, no. I need a big picture. I need to see you on a big picture. Wow. Oh, my. Get one to go. Bruh. Trying to get it. Okay, here we go. There we go. I got us a map up there. I got us something up there. Okay, what do we got here? So this is suicide by occupation, but this is 2014. This material's kind of old at this point. And look, it's in reverse on the screen. How do you like that? I've got some other things to figure out now. How did that happen?
Good Lord.
How did that happen? I don't know, but it doesn't look like it's flipped on. So I've got a setting to do.
Construction and mining, it looks like.
Construction of mining, rank first, and then 2014 it was rank second. 239 suicides. I think that's an annual number. That's from. So this is probably a bad something to look at here. Let's see if we can pick up something else.
Yeah, we
That's-
just lost light.
We just lost light. What are you talking about?
On our screen. It's got real dark.
One of those just go out?
I
Is that
don't
what
think so.
We experiencing some technical pick to dogsties? Some
Something
dog
like that.
pugsties? Hold on one second. Maybe we can brighten that up. Let me see if I can find something a little more modern and
Timber!
Jimmy! Yeah, we got a lot of space and air there. That's for sure. So maybe we'll have to come back for that. I'll have to prepare some information. Maybe that could be a topic that we discuss. Because I'll tell you, I remember looking at this before, and seeing like white. See, even in this list from 2011 to 2014, okay, as dated as that is, right? It's showing that healthcare professionals ranked fourth even then. Okay, I found something recently that there was 3 relative fields that were in the top 10. It was it was pretty bad to read this. And then of course, other things in the top 10. I wish I could. Here we go. Okay, top 10 jobs with the highest rated suicides. Now, this is a clip that we got by who was providing this? Business Insider. So according to this, farming, fishing, and forestry come in first. Okay.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, right. I mean, those are some dangerous jobs, especially forestry. You gotta be a trickster, man, to get some of these trees and deal with these logs and drag lines and some of these hills and that.
Yeah, but
and some of the
suicide?
territory. Well, I think
You would think that would be something you would enjoy, especially if you're doing it.
it's a frame of mind thing, man. Okay, at number 2, we got construction and extraction. And it's funny how those two always get lumped together. And I've seen that a few times in some of these lists where the construction guys and the extraction guys get lumped together. You're listening to Station 8, where everyone gets lumped together. We don't give a shit who you are.
We'll fuck with you the same.
Yeah, why not? Equal opportunity, right?
Absolutely.
We don't practice nothing else. Production, installation, maintenance, and repair guys, 47.9. Again, this isn't even enough information to be reading off this properly. What are they trying to tell me here? What are they trying to tell me? Try to tell me. Who knows?
Oh, well.
But anyways, yeah, this is something we need to be a little more prepared for. There's some stats up to me that are very surprising about some of the deadliest occupations here in this country today. And it happens to be some of the bulk of the people that are out here, man. We're talking about healthcare workers. We're talking about construction workers. We're talking about
Electrical workers.
specialty trades people, even, like the forestry people and fishing. I mean, fishermen, come on, man. We've all seen a man overboard on ice fishing, Alaska, or all those, that show they have on that alphabet show, H something BT, EBT TV, whatever it is. I don't know. Fashion, or no, it's the Discovery. Is it Discovery? Can I even say that? YouTube's going to be mad at me. They're going to be like, cease and desist with the name dropping. I don't know what's going to happen.
You.
Oh, you're so sweet. You're welcome, sweetheart. You're welcome. That's hilarious.
Well, we're at the 2.5 hour mark, and we've kept it going for 2.5 hours. Not too bad.
That's not too bad, right? I don't think so. We've had a few people on. Looks like we got some 5 people going on. Little yogurt boy. Look, dripped in my sim right now. We got some people talking to us a little bit out here. We appreciate you. Thanks for that. That's for sure.
Anybody out there have anything they want to talk about?
Give us a call. We're going to try it again. 313-334-4203.
Or post it. We'll talk about it.
Post it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sit behind the keyboard.
We'll make fun of it.
We'll talk about it.
Don't make me go full blown skid on your ass, because I can act some shit out. Trust me. I will go all the way with this. I will not hold back. I'm here to make a point and have points made. I want to talk and I want to listen. I want to be your ear. I want to be your shoulder verbally. Come and shoulder me verbally. Use your voice to shoulder me verbally. Let's make, well, you know what? This is starting to feel like hockey and I like it. It reminds me of mosh pit days.
Mosh pit.
You know, mosh pit, yosh pit.
You need to leave.
Oh! Uh-huh. That's what happened.
That was loud.
You know, that's an overstroke.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Take that. Take that. She's getting overstroked and destroyed. Back in the day, we'd call that put to bed wet. What are we doing with that? Is that you? Is that me? Who is that? That's me. Oh, dude. We can talk about music, man. I'll tell you what. I played live music for a long time. And I can talk about music. I love a lot of stuff. There's so much good stuff out there, and you're not going to find it on today's music. I mean, all these, where did it all go? You know.
If I had a mind to,
If I had a mind to,
This is back when music was music.
you know, dude, it's something to be said about, you know, the Alan Parsons Project, man. These guys were just killer. The style, man. These vocals. You know, I heard a really great song the other day, man. You know which one it was? It was oh my god, it was the song by New Shoes. Who remembers New Shoes? You remember this band called New Shoes?
I do not.
Oh, you will hear in a second. And it hit me. The vocal was so good. And this is an 80s.
It's probably something I've heard a million times.
It is. It is. Let me see. Where's the song? Is this
It's that
it?
one song that I don't know who the fuck plays it, but it's great.
Oh my god. Is that it? What song is that? Come on. Oh my god. Hold on. Wow. That was in my ears. Oh, yeah, this is it right here. Remember this song? We all remember this song, don't we? I love this one. New Shoes. I can't wait. As soon as Lenovo decides to get its ass together, it's like, I don't know. Hey, did you need something? I'm a computer. Did you hold on a second? Hold on, I'm trying. I'm just an old Lenovo. Look at me, I'm buffering. Oh my god, computer. Oh, there we go. Pop, 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 pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This sounds mid to late 80s.
Yeah, 87, I think. 88,
Yeah, there you
something
go.
like 86. Let's see here what it says. Let me turn it down a little bit. This is a great song by here. I caught a clip of this on the talk the other day. And this vocal to me just blew me out, man. I never really listened to her sing this song before, but today it just it sets a whole new standard for me. It doesn't say here, but I know it was like 86 to 88 when this song came out. And this is Valerie Day. She was in this whole thing. Her husband's a guitar player for this. Listen to that. I hear Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish has been influenced by this. Hold on. This is what I was telling my old lady the other night. Listen to this vocal right here. All right. You hear that? Hold on. Let's compare this. Let's go to something else here. Let's go to I'm gonna go wrong keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We're gonna listen to a clip of Billie Eilish, Ocean Eyes. Have you ever heard that before, Mike? Ocean Eyes by Billie
Yes.
Eilish. Okay, so there's let's see, where the heck? You got to be kidding me with this. Oops. There we go. Okay, here's the song. Now, that song vocally sounds like Billie Eilish is influenced by that singer.
I've been watching you for some time, staring at those oceans.
It's coming up. Hold on, it's coming up. There's a spot that's almost identical.
Burning cities and napalm
And Billie
skies,
Eilish sounds really good on this song too.
drifting
I really learned to appreciate her voice on this song because of the inflections she has here. Here it comes. Here comes the good stuff. You hear that? You see where I'm going with this?
Yep.
Okay, let's go back to Valerie Day.
Jen types in, here's something. Why do we need Fruity Pebbles everything? The cereal is all we need. And it goes on to say, great jam, where's my skates?
I know, right? Isn't that a great song? See, they're a couple minutes behind us, but let's let that play because this is a great song, man. And this band, you know, if you do come on, we're talking. Okay, let's give it some credit. 86. How long has that been? 96, 2006, 2016. We're
40
talking
years.
We're talking. This song is pushing 36 years, 37 years. I ain't doing the math completely. I don't care. It's simple math. I don't even give a shit because I can whip out a calculator and do it if I wanted to, really, if it meant that much to me. But the fact of the matter is, this song's pushing the big 4-0, and it's game. It's still game. You feel me? This shit's still game. It's fire. Oh yeah, right? Like they ain't making that vibe today. Yeah, that's some good stuff. Ooh. Yeah, this is a wonderful vocal. Yeah, and I guess it's a pretty good one for us to segue into the good night. I know, right? Monday night, Jenny. Monday night, girl. You know what to do. Get the wheels out. That's what you be doing. Jen Dibbs is a skater friend of mine. A skater chick.
Skater die.
Skater chick. She's a skater girl. Goes to the local. Kills it every Monday night. Has a great time, man. It's a lot of fun. I used to skate a lot at this place around here called Skateland West. Cherry Hill and Haggerty. Newburgh. Cherry Hill and Newburgh. If you're from the Detroit, familiar with the Detroit area, oh, that's the Metro Detroit area. That's Canton, actually, or Westland, or some crazy shit. I don't know. Canton, Westland, Dearborn Heights, Garden City, all that stuff. They're all swirled up like some. Them city lines are crazy. It's like within one block, you can go through 3 different towns. I can't wait. Right?
I was reading a news article the other day. Somebody who was up for an award. She was what appeared to be a female, and she identified as whatever it was. I have no idea. I can't remember exactly.
But there was an identification there, huh?
What's that?
There was a proclaimed identification. Like, I am
Yes.
Okay.
So she was up for an award for a movie or a show or some shit like that.
Uh-huh.
And she is refusing to go to the awards ceremony to receive it because they don't have a group to put her in. So it's either best female actor, best male actor. But since they don't have some non-binary, whatever the hell it is,
there's no
category.
There's no category for me to accept this.
Exactly.
Dude,
so
see,
she
this is
doesn't
where-
want her award.
Look, I got a whole 4 people watching. I'm going to tell you, see, these kind of things, these kind of things are going to be exactly what drives us into doing skit shit.
Yes, sir.
Listen to my crickety old band gear. See, this ain't studio gear. This is band gear. This is travel gear. Some of this is travel gear, right? We're starting out with travel gear at Station 8. And tomorrow evening at 6 p.m., I don't know what kind of standard Central Mountain, Eastern, Western, up your butt kind of time zone we're in. It's the Michigan time zone, and we know what that is. It's time to party. We know what time it is. What time is it, y'all?
Another note, we have an LA rapper who is known as Money Sign, Suede. Was killed in a California prison Tuesday. His attorney in the state corrections department said The rapper, who was 22, whose real name is Jamie Brugada Valdez, was found at the correctional training facility in Soledad around 10 p.m. with injuries consistent with a homicide.
Oh.
The back to the bag rapper was stabbed in the neck in a shower. And yeah, he be gone.
Wow. I think the real crime there is that guy having enough name for two fellers.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Pick a last name.
Pick one and run with it. Just go. Pick two. What the hell? They're free.
There's an investigation, but at this point, the motive remains unknown, Rosenberg said. Suede was a very popular guy, very mild-mannered. Everybody loved him. Apparently not.
Sir, I am Sal Rosenberg. I don't remember saying any of those things. Except for, can I come? Shut up, little man. Shut up, little man. Oh, my God.
He was serving what amounted to a 32-month sentence for 2 gun-related convictions. No, that doesn't happen.
Gun-related convictions?
A rapper?
A rapper?
Gun-related convictions?
I
find that very,
I don't
very,
see the
very
correlation. I'm
hard to
sorry.
believe.
I'm sorry. I do not see the correlation there. I don't see it. I don't. What is like a rapper and a gun violation?
No,
Like,
no. That's blasphemy.
the math is not mathing, yo. I'm not. The math not be mathing.
You're not picking up what I'm throwing down?
Only if it goes from Walmart. It's about to leave your community. How'd that happen with Walmart, man? Huh? You what? You say something to me. Yeah, that's like the LA riots, right? All them fucking Vietnamese people from the rooftops going like, yeah, it's the open season. Pew pew, motherfucker. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh my God. Those were some horrible times. You know, that's one thing I realize, Motor City Mike, is that you know, our parents were going through all these times. They were going through Nixon.
Carter.
They were going through the death
Ford.
of John F. Kennedy and everything, all those implications, right? They were going through the hippie peace and love movement, the pop movement, the first time it happened. You know what I'm saying? They were going through all the political atrocities and of war and bad foreign policy and all the atrocities that were in institutions that seemed to be, part of the institutions that we hold in, even in a dogmatic way, like law and religion. These things will go unquestioned by a lot of people, and they get abused, man. There's definitely a lot of problems in that regard. Well, moving along. She a hot redhead skating shake. You know she is. I'm finna say, whoop whoop. I think it requires a drop, but I don't have my damn. Maybe we need to get the music going again. The new shoes people was liking the new shoes. They were hearing that too. I'm good. Let's go to finish up the Eilish. That's always a good one. Some nice background music featuring Billie Eilish and Ocean Eyes. Just grab your pillow and go to sleep now, because I'm about to talk you to sleep.
Wasn't that Alan Allman back in the late 90s? Pillow Talk?
Something like that. Yeah, right. Welcome to Feather Pillow Talk.
This is Pillow Talk with Alan Allman.
Oh,
I'm here to get you wet
and tired. I know, should I play any more of that, man? Because I can really take that one around the block. Don't get me test driving that shit. Pillow pumper, Peter Biter, Pillow Talk. Those ocean eyes. Let me put those ocean eyes in that pillow. Why don't you just enjoy the rug's topography? It's got so much interest if you just put your face in it. I mean, I woke up, I was in her salad.
Yeah. Face down.
You know, yeah, I know, right?
Face down in your salad.
Face down, no, in her salad.
Oh.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going. I'm just saying. You know, to quote an old buddy, you know, I used to work down the street from the old studio there, man, my shop was on the same block. And when they'd get out there with all the cars and doing all the other shit they would do out in the street, I would drive by there every time.
Nice.
Yeah. So I got to see these guys on the Regos.
If anybody else wants to call in, we're probably towards the end of the show here. 313-334-4203.
4203. That's right. 420. Then 3. Smoke them if you got them. Smoking weed every day. I gotta do my own drops.
Jamie Lopez says she's got your ocean.
Oh, you do, baby. You got my ocean eyes. You got my ocean motion too. Boom, chaka, loom, baka, choom, baka, loom, chaka, boom. Yeah, I gotta hand it to her for that. That's my lady. Oh, Billie Eilish. That was a great song by her. I'm always going to like that one. It's got that vibe, man. Like you said, that song Ocean Eyes takes me back to avocado green appliances and paneling. It's just got that feel. You know, it's just got that great feel. So a good piece of work by Billie Eilish there. I really like that one. We're going to find something else to keep us going. We got all kinds of stuff. You know what? Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. We're going to have some Houses of the Holy in the background playing and spinning while we jabber jaw. That's right. We're going to continue jabber jawing until we get some people in here. Somebody call us 313-334-420. That's right. 423, which is why we chose the phone number. It's got 420 in it. How could it not? I've got 420 in it. It's got 420 in me. It's 420 somewhere. We need a 420 song. But this will do. Led Zeppelin. Again, back to the hippie days when the shit was real. The movement was fresh, you know. And to finish that up, you know, come back to that point. You know, our parents went through the craziness. Now look at us as parents going through the craziness.
Everybody goes through their own degree of craziness,
you know,
at some point in their life.
Yeah. So I'm kind of seeing it as like, you know, this is this generational repeat thing that never seems to stop. You know, the things that we see our kids going through, especially for the people that are my age, that are OG Gen X. That's right. I'm an OG. Look, I ain't. I'm old, but I'm not that old, right? I'm not as old as the Chevy Bel Air was built in year-wise, so I'll tell you that. I'm getting there quick, though. I ain't got many more days. I'm under 360 days until then. Then you can say, yeah, that's.
I'm starting to get emails from the AARP.
Are you? I've been getting those. Yeah.
It's becoming disheartening.
Look at the.
Oh, yeah, I got the same shit going on.
Look at that, huh? Isn't that pretty? Look at that.
I don't have the gray hair just yet. I got a little bit here and there, but...
this isn't gray hair, dude. This is experience, man. You know what I'm saying?
Those are hard times.
You get this by operating a man-card laboratory. That's how you get that shit. You know? You get gray hairs, and young men should know that you're full of wisdom because obviously you've had your ass kicked a few times. You might know something. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I don't know, man. The manosphere.
Those gray
you know what?
hairs
Dude, that's another topic that's got to. I said that like a Canadian. You know I'm close. Because I went, that's another topic. Right? Like, who else says it like that? Maybe? I don't know. That's another. You can tell where I'm from when I say topic. Eh? Take off, eh? Hoser,
Hoser, eh?
Like the manosphere in America today. I mean, not so much even around the world. Who's leading our young men, man? Who's teaching these boys to split wood for tomorrow's fucking fire is how I like to put it. You feel me?
Nobody.
You feel me? Now, here's the thing about splitting wood for fire, which somebody brought to my attention, which I thought it was a rather good point, was, okay, you want everybody splitting wood? Because I'll tell you what, the forests are going to be gone in no time. Valid point.
This is very true.
you know, when it comes to resources. However, I use it as an analogy in being prepared for your next day, you know, and what that may entail, you know, especially if, like, you know, and that drives me into, okay, so maybe today's young men are being challenged in so many ways. They're being confronted with their sexuality at younger ages. They're being confronted with their position societally when it comes to employment, when it comes to dating. Right, like society is hitting our young men way too fucking hard without any tangible vision of relief. We're asking them to commit to huge amounts of debt, and we're asking them to commit to huge amounts of separation from friends and family. We're asking them to literally give up anything that means anything to them, and they can only enjoy it if they can pay for it. You know, it sounds like a very liberal perspective in some regards. You know, however, there's a limit to that. There's a base to that point. I might be taking it a little far to some degree, but there's a base to that point, dude.
Yeah, being
You know,
a kid anymore is not fun. Yeah.
They've taken that away. I mean, they don't even have Toys
even
R Us.
just in elementary school alone. I mean, you know, when you get into the first grade, they expect you basically to be a businessman. You know, you got to walk around with your binder, and you've got your computer now that you're carrying around. And, you know, you're supposed to be all kinds of organized. Who the fuck's going to be organized when they're 6 years old? Nobody.
No, nobody. And see, here's the thing about all of this. You know, much like meditation, you never perfect it, but you always keep trying. And that's the point about teaching, right? Because and I think there's a couple components I see missing in teaching. One is the human factor and human needs when it comes to being a student, because when you get there, the first thing you are is a freaking human being, right? When you get to the classroom. And this is going to take me on to another subject of education in this country, and I can tell you damn well why kids in other countries that are less well equipped, right? And we would deem them second and third world countries. You might even throw the fucking word class under there too. Second class, third class motherfuckers, because they're not American. What a bunch of bullshit. These kids come to school ready to learn in dire conditions most times, dirt floors, and get a better education than our children get here in America. And you know what the difference is? And I'm going to tell you, it's not consumerism. It's not all the computers in school. It's not all the nice desks and fancy prison-like buildings. It's not all the insecure parking lots and unlocked doors. Okay? It's not all the lack metal detectors that give our kids a better education. I'll tell you that.
No.
Right? Can you hear the Gen X sarcasm in my voice? Because you know what, this is pissing me off, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm almost thoroughly convinced America hates its kids.
Very true.
Seriously, I'm almost thoroughly convinced America hates its kids, and that pisses me off. These kids learn better under worse circumstances because they come to school emotionally prepared for the function of learning.
Yeah.
Because the family support unit is in place. Okay? Because they're not coming to school with a mom and pop, the majority of them, who have some uncontrollable drug problem that's affecting the supply of food in the house even. You know what I'm saying? America's children are coming to school half broke and emotionally unprepared. And imagine trying to absorb any information when you're in a traumatic situation in your life, or a position as a little child that you're just trying to figure out, is there some level of normality to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, God, I don't even want to leave school because I had so much fun in the gym, and when I go home, all I'm gonna do is just like, shut up, turn on SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying?
At least you'll eat it.
Here's my phone. Here's my phone. Just shut up. Here's my phone. You know what I'm saying? That's what it
Yep.
seems like, the way a lot of these kids turn out. It seems like that's what's going on at home with a lot of these families, with a lot of these kids that can't learn in America. That's why the education system's so fucked up, right? Because the family's not ready. The family's not equipped. These people out here trying to be parents don't even know how to send their kid to school ready to absorb an education. You've got to come ready to absorb. And you do that by being in a secure and fulfilled emotional state.
Very so true.
Okay? An untouched subject of obvious equability, right? Like, these things are linked together and nobody's talking about it. It's not a public debate. So don't, when I look at when I look at Walmart leaving Portland and the reasons that they're doing that, I am not surprised. And unfortunately, I have to think it's deserved because of bad parenting. It trickled down. You want to do it? There's some trickle down shit going on in this economy. It's called bad parenting.
Absolutely.
Guilty. I'll claim being guilty myself. I've been a bad parent. I've been a good parent too, but I've been a bad parent also, But the thing is, like, I'm going to acknowledge it and make some changes, right? I'm going to be objective to myself. I'm going to question my own and that's what really kicks off this whole Your Voice talk show, right? Personal accountability, man. Like, where are we going to draw the line? When are we going to really, really lead our day with kindness? When does that happen, right? Because I'll tell you, nobody said it better than Michael Jackson, right? You want to see some change? Start with that asshole in the mirror. Start with the man in the mirror.
Looking at the man in the mirror.
I can't say it any clearer. So maybe on those notes, I think we need. Look, and you can get on. Look, you can hate. All the things about Michael Jackson you want to hate. You can hate. I don't care what the stories are. I don't care what the news reports were. I don't care what the lawsuit said. I don't care. What the whole thing is. I can tell you that even if Michael Jackson was tormented, and even if Michael Jackson was a stolen soul, I can tell you that he cried, and you can hear it in his music. Everything meant something to him. Everything meant something to Michael Jackson. I'm going to tell you that right now, and I'm going to play us a song that's going to close us out. I guess we're at 2:56, coming up on the 3-hour mark. Premiering tomorrow, 6 p.m. My radio voice. I'm your show, Alejandro. That's Mad Motor City. Mike, I don't know how many more M&Ms we could throw in there. Like he had to chase this teacher around the room with a stapler to grade the paper. Now! Well, we got to get him in the audio box there. We're going to have to get Mike to set his thing at it. He said, well, that was hot.
Coming in hot.
That was hot. Okay, let's go. I was trying to get up our closing song up here. I'm trying to work with 2 keyboards. It's not easy because I might be a drummer, but I'm not that ambidextrous. I'm not a piano player, so I'm not going to be typing 2 keyboards like a pro. Okay, I'm saying. I'm not a pro at any of this. I'm not an expert in anything either.
The Asians got you beat on that. They can do that with 2
Let them
arms.
do it, man. They're good. They can do all that. Look, I can grill and smoke chicken. Like, dude, I'll make a rotisserie chicken on the grill to beat all hell, right? I will cook for a bunch of Asian people. I'm pretty good at it, right? Let them do the math, man. I'll feed the brains. I'll like Brussels sprouts and broccoli, right? Chop suey beef, lo mein chicken. Yeah, right. I'll take a number 10. Give me 2 extras. Give me an extra egg roll and an extra fortune cookie in case I don't like the first one. Man in the, I know, right? We're just going off. All right. Thanks, Led Zeppelin. That's a great spin. I love that song. House of the Holy. Wow. Dude, kick your volume percentage down because you're coming through super hot. That was super screechy hot. Yeah. Well, that ain't it. Too much information. TMI. Oh, that's right. So we're going to wrap it up. We want to thank everybody that spent the time with us tonight, man. We've been out here a while just hamming it up, trying to get things right. We still ain't got the phone call situation right because nobody called us, but yeah, it is a good one, Jamie. I love this song. It's part of my inspiration. I'm going to be playing a lot of the music on this show that's personally inspiring to me, you know? Like I can tell you right now, there's some Canadian musicians out there that own part of my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Rush,
Triumph, right? Like there's some like even Gavin DeGraw's got some shit that hits me right where I live, man. You know, and I think a lot of things that we all want to say and need to say and feel can easily be said with this great thing that we've got, like music. And I'll tell you what, there's one thing I'm gonna tell you. You know, I'm gonna make this point too, and I hope anybody seeing this really makes a point to call me and talk to me about it if they got an objective opinion, especially because I'll tell you what, you know, again, like we were talking about this gender dysphoria thing. You know, there's this group of people called gay, right? Who are completely aware of their orientation at birth and accept that, and also accept the fact that they're attracted to the same orientation, right? And those are called lesbians and gay men, right? Either way, both of them are gay in a sense. And then and I want to tell you that, you know, I've learned that gay people are beautiful in a lot of ways, man. I'm going to tell you that right now because, you know, if it wasn't for Freddie Mercury being who Freddie Mercury is, you know, if it wasn't for Freddie Mercury being wholly who Freddie Mercury is, you feel me?
absolutely. Freddie Mercury.
We wouldn't have those gifts, you know. And if you took any component away from him of who he was, right, and tried to give us those same gifts again, it'd be kind of like Casey Kasem's Forgotten. You know what I'm saying?
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
You know, it would be some of that.
The
Yeah,
top
and that's
40.
why, like I said, Casey Kasem's Forgotten. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we can bring some of that cool stuff back. You know, I mean, we all remember that, especially a group. There's a demographic out here. There's a lot of us, Gen Xers that grew up on a weekend Sunday top 40 of Casey Kasem's tributes and dog deaths and
Way
you
too
know,
many weekends
fucking
like that.
emotional roller coasters on a Saturday or Sunday morning with Casey Kasem.
He has that voice that will never leave
Oh,
your
dude!
brain.
And you know, if you've ever grew up with Casey Kasem, or if you even heard him a few times, you're gonna know exactly. Who
I could
he
not
is.
hear his voice again for 30 years
and
still
still
know
hear
who-
it crisp
know
like
who
it was tuned in. Yep. You record. It's imprinted, dude. That's called an imprint. Yep, literally, that's an imprint. Yep, Casey Kasem imprinted on a lot of Americans. You know, and I can tell you that. Some of the things that taught me personal accountability was the Brady Bunch.
Marsha.
Some of the things that taught me personal accountability was All in the Family.
All in the Family.
You know,
Sit down, meathead.
you know. I mean, look at all these shows that we had through the '80s, man. That were like they were so family based, dude. Like my kids are grown and gone, and I miss it. You know, I don't understand what's going on. Again, I'm going to be the first to tell you, I think America hates its children. Prove me wrong. You
The thing
believe.
that's different about a verbal.
Cucks. What's that? What do you got for me over there? That was Michael Jackson. Man in the Mirror. Oh, yeah. You know, there's a real American.
If you know what this is, you're an old motherfucker just like I am.
You can call me meathead, and I'll wear that proud. even though the character meathead was great. Actually, what's his name again? Oh God, the guy's huge director producer. Oh, he turned out to be such a far lefty, man. Yeah, dude Rob Reiner turned out to be such a huge lefty. I mean, extreme lefty, like almost like De Niro. You know? Yeah, De Niro was one of those guys that really showed his true colors during 2020, man. Oh my God, I was embarrassed for De Niro. Seriously, dude, I was looking at him going, man, did you lose and get dementia? He's probably thinking about running for president too. You know? De Niro 2024. Vote for me, you sons of bitches. Give me millions in COVID funding. Can I even say that now? They're going to take it down. YouTube's like, oh, he said the C word, not
COVID.
yeah, COVID, COVID, and the dingo. 3 hours and 5 minutes.
On that note, my friend, I think we should probably call an end to this.
Yes, I agree. Thank everybody again for hanging out with us. Tomorrow we are gonna be the same place here, doing the same thing in some regards, a little more structured, maybe a little more finessed. With these episode 0. So I'm hoping to get some callers in. If you think you want to give us a ring tomorrow, I will save your number. You can comment also. We have a website, www.yourvoicetalkshow.com. Check us out. We got a little bit of merch over there. Just a quick story, date and time for episode 0 launch. We're hoping to get some people on board and have some conversations and have the phone call stuff squared away. So maybe where everybody knows your name.
I'd like to say thank you for everybody who called in today and sent us some nice messages. It was wonderful. I look forward to doing this again tomorrow, and I think we're going to shoot for every other weekend.
I'm hoping to get a weekly once a week, Sunday, every Sunday.
Okay, so
Mike, you're not obligated, but I'm going to go every Sunday.
I'll try to be here as much as humanly possible.
Get in here. Let me know. And if not, yeah, I mean, I'm more than welcome. I got a bunch of other opportunities for people to sit down here and talk to me, make fun of shit. We're probably going to go over some TikTok videos and things like that. So
Hell yeah.
we're going to sit and make fun of that stuff, and we're going to cover the serious shit and maybe pick out some of these other topics. So I'm hoping to find some trolls and get some triggered people up here, at least give me some insults. So thanks everybody. Thanks for tonight. And we'll see you again tomorrow.
And I got a nice little tune to leave everybody out with.
All right, Mike, send it.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail.